Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, people. It is your good friend Chad Marco here again with another episode of the OCM Botcast. How are you guys doing? I'm doing satisfactory. It's the day after Valentine's Day. I wanted to do this episode. Yes, I wanted to put it out yesterday, but I underestimated the amount of time it would take for me to put this shit together. But better late than never, right? So it's that time of year again, Valentine's Day. So obviously, you guys know how I get down. You know, what my lifestyle is like. There's no sex or girlfriending over here, but I figured, like, how should I, like, what should the theme of this episode be, considering the time of year? And I was like, you know what? I'm probably just gonna talk about my past experiences with Valentine's Day or lack thereof. But the core topic of the day, as you can tell by the name of this episode, Happy Waifu Day. I just want to talk about the girls that I really adore throughout various animes that I've watched over the years. Because if we don't have any 3D girlfriends, but at the very least, we can enjoy that good old 2D. So that's really what I want to talk about. Just all the different girls that I have found myself drawn to or attracted to in anime. So this episode is a celebration of waifu. So snuggle up with your favorite waifu and buckle in. But before we get into Valentine's Day and this waifu foolery, you know how we do this over here. We are about to get into some news, and we got some interesting things going on in the world. So yeah, let's get right into that. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about the death of Kobe Bryant. Now, Kobe Bryant was a very, very famous basketball player. I believe he played for about 20 years with the same team throughout his whole career. His whole career, he played for the LA Lakers. Now, when he first came into the NBA, I believe he got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets. But before he even played a game, I think they immediately traded him to LA, and that's where he remained for the entirety of his career. He's one of those few NBA players who had where you could really say he was totally loyal to his organization or to that team and that area. And that's one of the reasons why he's so beloved, because of just that loyalty, not hopping from one team to the next. He always stayed with the Lakers throughout his whole career. So just over all those years, he's just built up a huge fan base who really adored him. He was a 5-time NBA champion. You know, becoming an NBA champion is very difficult. It's very hard. Really, in any sport, it's hard to reach that number one spot. And he's one of the few who's managed to accomplish that. Not one, not two, not three, not four, Shaq, 5 motherfucking times, just one less than Michael Jordan, who's considered the GOAT. So very, very, like, he's known for being a very good player, to say the least. But he was also known for being somewhat of a ball hog. He loved to have the ball in his hand. He took a lot of shots. Some people even would criticize him and say that he wasn't a very efficient player. But I don't know that much about basketball to really give my opinion on that. But he is one of those players that even before I really took an interest in basketball like I have now, he's one of those players that I always knew about, because he was bigger than the sport itself. He was really a somewhat of an idol to let's just say black. I mean, I'm sure a lot of white people love him too, but you know how it is, man. He was a black man, so naturally we as African Americans, we felt somewhat of a deeper connection with him. Like I'm sure white people, the same way white people love Larry Bird, we loved Kobe Bryant, or at least were aware of him, because just his influence and just being African American. But the funny thing about Kobe Bryant is that he wasn't. I don't believe he was born in America. I believe he was born and raised in Italy or somewhere. Because he was known for speaking like several different languages or whatnot. And part of that just has to do with the fact that he was born or raised in a different country or whatnot. So, what else do you expect? But when he died, he was 41 years old. He had just retired, I think about 3.5, 4 years ago or something like that. Had a crazy game. His retirement game was fucking crazy. Hit like 50, 60 points or something like that. And he was married, had 4 kids, was an Oscar winner. And really one of the saddest thing about it is that he was really relatively young. I know 41, young, but that is not an age to die at. Like that's like he was just starting to enjoy his middle age, and then on top of that, like his kids were like he had a 13-year-old, and I think he has one daughter who's like 17, and a toddler and whatnot. So that's really the age where you really get to bond and spend time with your children and raise them, because that's the age where they're starting to come to their own, becoming their own person and stuff like that. And that's really when they really fucking need you. They really need a father or a mother around that time. So just first of all, just died way too fucking young. He was one of those guys where you might have just thought, he'd die at like 85 of like heart failure, surrounded by his grandchildren and whatnot. And I guess that's probably what most people envision. For guys like Kobe, people that strong, people that successful, you always imagine them sort of riding off into the sunset and just dying of old age someday, or fucking pneumonia or something. But yeah, and he's one of the few basketball players, or really athletes, who managed to continue his success even after retirement. Because again, he won a fucking Oscar right after he retired for like, I think the short film that he made. And his daughter, she was really into basketball, so he was helping her get into basketball and perfect her game. It was looking like he was really about to get involved in like female basketball, like the WNBA and whatnot. Like he was showing up at the WNBA games and whatnot. So he was just doing a lot of cool shit, even after retiring from basketball. It seemed like he was really just getting started, and then he died. And that's what you guys all know how he died. He died in a helicopter crash with 8 other people. One of those people happened to be his daughter. I mean, which just multiplies the tragedy by 10 or 20. It's just crazy. And man, one of the first, like when the whole thing was first happening, all people knew was that I think that there were other people on board with him. And I remember being on 4chan, and luckily this turned out to be not true, but early on they were saying that it was possible that he had his whole family with him on the helicopter. Like, it wasn't just him, it was all his daughters and maybe his wife or whatnot. So that's what I first heard. Luckily it wasn't that bad, but it was still that bad. I mean, still bad enough, but at least his whole family didn't get wiped out in one accident. But apparently the way, because naturally when stuff like this happens, people want to know, how did it happen? How the fuck did this helicopter crash? And apparently what happened was that the pilot, well, let's rewind a little bit more. Kobe was going to, I think, a basketball game one of his daughter's basketball games. And so, no, if you know anything about Kobe, he was known for taking helicopters everywhere because even though he was a very busy man, and traffic in LA and fucking LA is bonkers from what I hear. So him being so wealthy, naturally he went and got a helicopter, and even before he retired, he was known for taking his helicopter to practice and back home and whatnot, because being able to ride in a helicopter on a regular, that cuts out a lot on your commute time. And again, he was a very busy man. For him, time was everything. Time was money. Time was success, accomplishments, everything. So it really made sense why he would do something like that. So he was known for just taking helicopters fucking everywhere. So he was taking his helicopter to his daughter's, I guess, her little school or whatever little basketball program she was in. And they also had another family. I think it was some of her like her teammates and their family or whatnot. It's about 9 people up there in total, including the pilot. Which makes it even worse because 3 of the people who died was a father, his wife, and his daughter. Like, just really like damn near whole family wiped out just like that. So again, it's just all kinds of tragedy wrapped up in this fucking event. But yeah, the reason why the helicopter crashed was because it got caught in fog. And from everything that I researched, a helicopter getting caught in thick fog is very, very dangerous because it is. And I saw a video. I watched a video of a helicopter crash in Brazil where it was these newlyweds being taken to a church, or I forgot exactly what the fuck it was, but they were being taken by helicopters somewhere, and the pilot was like taking selfies and just recording being inside the helicopter, like woo woo woo, you're in the helicopter, and then they get caught in some fog out of nowhere, and you're seeing what they see, and they can't see shit. All you see is fog. Like, you can't see anything. So your whole, I mean, it's no spatial awareness whatsoever. So when I saw that, I totally understood why the pilot fucked up when he got caught in this fog, because you can't see shit. But the whole thing, I guess what kind of confuses me is like, okay, you get caught in fog, but why don't you just hover? Like, but why don't you just stay still? But I'm not a fucking pilot, so I guess I don't understand how complex it really is. And then on top of that, from what I researched, the pilot, he tried to do different things when he got caught in the fog. He tried to fly above the fog, but I guess it was just way, like, the fog was really thick and all over the place, so he couldn't do that. He tried different maneuvers, but the helicopter still ended up going out of control, and it crashed into the ground at like over almost like 200 miles an hour. So death had to be instant. I mean, but the thing that's sort of the thing that's really bad about it is that you got to ask, like, why were they flying? Because at the time when this accident happened, most other helicopters and aircrafts were not flying during bad weather, because when you're a pilot, you have to be very aware of the weather. And if it's really bad, then it's pretty much protocol to just sit the fuck down. You don't go out trying to fly when the weather is really bad and it'll be dangerous. And it's a known fact that on that day, most aircraft were not in the air, unless it was like a fucking airplane or something. But a fucking airplane is way different than a helicopter or somebody's personal jet or some shit like that. Like, this was the worst aircraft you could be in and caught in fog. So most helicopters were pretty much grounded and shit, except this one. And so a lot of people are kind of speculating that perhaps the pilot felt like, well, it's Kobe, so I gotta go. I gotta do it for Kobe. I can't let Kobe down, so I'm gonna find a way to do it. Even though even though I know the weather is bad, you know what? I'm gonna find a way. You know, I just hope that it wasn't Kobe in the pilot's ear, like, bruh, I gotta go. Like, you gotta figure out, like, is there any way? Can you do it? I just hope that Kobe wasn't egging on the pilot to brave this bad weather, even when the pilot knew better. I really hope that it wasn't that kind of situation, but that's what some people have been speculating, that either Kobe was sort of trying to convince him to fly the helicopter in dangerous weather, because again, very busy man, Mamba mentality. We're gonna find a way, overcome the odds, that type of mentality. You know, it wouldn't be hard for him to convince someone to fucking follow his lead, you know, and to do shit that might not be very wise. Or it just could have been a situation of the pilot. Again, maybe Kobe wasn't in his ear telling him to do something that he shouldn't have been doing. Maybe the pilot just felt like, you know what, I can do it. I don't want to turn around and tell Kobe no, so I'm going to just figure out a way, even though I know that there's bad weather. It's just fog. But we'll never know. It's one of those things that'll always be a mystery. And either way, it's just tragic either way. And, man, to die in such a violent way, it's just, everything about this just is so shocking. It really shocked a lot of people, because not only was he famous and well known and beloved by so many people, he died with his daughter. He died with seven other people, and they died in such a violent way. I mean, you can't help but try to imagine what their final moments were like. You can only hope that it was quick, but just imagine like you as an adult, as a man, as a father, realizing, oh shit, I'm about to die with my child. That's got to be the worst feeling in the world, man. Just whether it was for a split second or a minute or half a minute, just as that shit as that helicopter was descending at over 100 miles an hour, and it's just, I'm sure the alarms were going crazy, and the helicopter was spinning and flipping in the air, and they were, I mean, there's no telling how bad it was. And in a situation like that, all you can do is probably like just hold your child as tight as you possibly can and tell them that everything is gonna be all right, but it's not gonna be all right. You're about to die. It's so bad on so many fucking levels, man. And honestly, I had night terrors over this shit. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, it's like after that shit happened, I could not, like, it was one night where I could not sleep. I just kept seeing that shit in my head. I kept just I could not. It really was one of those things that just reminded me of the fragility of life and just how weak we really are. You know, somebody as strong and self-disciplined and wealthy as Kobe Bryant, even he can go out just like that. You know, nobody on this earth, no man on this earth is stronger than death, and it can be over so quick, and it can be such a violent, painful, tragic end for anyone. Nobody is immune, and I think that's why it really hit people so hard. Like Kobe Bryant is one of those rare people who really just does everything right. You know, he's one of those guys that, again, just super self-disciplined, super determined. So many accomplishments. Just really a very strong individual, and most people could only hope to measure up to half of what he was, and even he went out like that. And that's what's so scary about it. It's like it just reminds you that it can happen to any one of us, you know. You might just be chilling one day, and then you get a phone call. Oh, your mom died in a car crash, or your brother just got shot. It just really reminded everyone, like, man, we really gotta appreciate every day that we have. But I didn't really realize how dangerous riding in a helicopter was. But because I remember when I first heard about this whole thing happening, I went to 4chan like I usually do, but I was on the video game retro board, and somebody had posted some NBA game where Kobe was on the cover, and they were like, who's playing this in memory of Kobe? And I was like, what? Like, I know damn well Kobe ain't dead. So I went to the sports board, and the first thing I saw was a sticky with breaking news. Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, 1,000 posts. I was like, damn, it's on, bro. It's about to be a super shitstorm right now because Kobe Bryant just fucking died. And I was just on 4chan all day, just really 4chan, social media, whatnot, and just looking up, just seeing everyone's reaction to it. But all the while, a lot of people were just talking about the dangers of riding in a helicopter. I remember one guy, he said that his uncle fought in Vietnam and was on helicopters regularly. And he said that the one thing his uncle told him was never get on the helicopter. He said that was the one thing the one piece of advice he ever gave him. Don't ever get on that helicopter. So I had no idea that they were that dangerous though. But when you think about it, it's like, yeah, cause it's like just this compartment with like a big propeller, and it just looked like one of those things where if even one thing goes wrong, you're fucked. It's a very fragile piece of equipment, you know. It's one of those things where anything goes wrong, you land like 2 inches off center, that motherfucker gonna flip and cartwheel and blow the fuck up. It's a fucking death trap. And the worst thing about it is, if anything goes wrong and it's descending fast, that's it. You're dead. It's not like a plane where you can kind of glide it and slide across the ground. you know those emergency landings where you just like you can kind of like slide a helicopter to a stop. You can kind of slide a fucking plane to a stop, but a helicopter, that shit, anything go wrong, it just boosh. Man. Let me take a sip. I didn't realize I had so much to say about this. But yeah, man. Inevitably, after Kobe died, people brought up his rape accusation. Because back in the early 2000s, there was this incident where apparently he had a sexual encounter with a young lady. She interpreted it as rape. He interpreted it as it was consensual. And so you know how these situations go. A man and a woman end up in a room together alone. There's sex. One person says it was rape. The other person denies it. At the end of the day, it's he said, she said. I feel like whether you take anybody's side, you're wrong. Because nobody knows. Nobody really knows. But naturally, it ended up coming back up. And people were like, some people were like, let's not forget that he raped somebody. And it's really this type of shit, man, is really tough because, again, you can't take sides when you really just don't know. We don't fucking know. None of us were there. And naturally, fans of Kobe or men would take Kobe's side. rape victims or women are gonna take the woman's side. So it's an ugly thing. I think it's something that just, you just gotta lay that type of shit to rest, because we'll never know. I'm sure the police, the FBI, forensics, whatever, they did everything they could, collected all the evidence that they could, testimonies, whatever, and even they couldn't come to a definitive conclusion. It ended up being settled out of court. We'll never know. So I think that right there, you just gotta let it rest. But this is something that I just one thought on that, because Mike Tyson went through a similar situation. Met a young lady, took her back to the hotel room. There was a sexual encounter. She said it was rape. He said it was consensual. We'll never know, right? But I always wonder, right? What if it wasn't rape? What if they just straight up fucking lied? Just what if? And what if years like I don't get how you cannot at some point just be like, you know what? I need to be honest. I need to tell the world that I fucking lied. I need to just tell. I wonder what it's like to have that kind of lie on your conscience, knowing that you ruined somebody's reputation. But then on the other hand, what if they did rape those girls? And then what is it like to have that on your conscience? I raped the fuck out of this bitch and lied. And I got away with it. It's one of those things. But that's all I want to talk about on that shit. Just put that down. And another thing that kind of came along with Kobe's death was people were talking about just celebrity worship. People were talking about just how there were 9 people who died, but people focused primarily on Kobe and his daughter or whatnot. And I'm not gonna say celebrity worship isn't a thing, but I think it's kind of ridiculous to act surprised that people care about celebrities more than people they have no idea who they are. Because celebrities are typically celebrities for a reason. They usually provide either entertainment, innovation, information. They provide something to the masses, and what they provide enrich people's lives. And I think Kobe Bryant was someone, even outside of just playing basketball, it wasn't just about the fact that he played basketball. It was his work ethic. It was his determination. It was his attitude. And so many people watched that and were influenced by that and were able to really improve themselves. People watch Kobe and say, you know what? I'm inspired. Like, he inspired people. He moved people to grow and better themselves. Even myself, I remember, because again, I'm not really into basketball, but lately I've been getting into it more. Just taking more of an interest in just watching sports. I guess because I've been working out more, being more athletic and whatnot. So, and I remember last year I was watching the interview between Kobe and Shaq and a couple other, just maybe like 2 or 3 of his interviews. And I remember in one of them, he was just dropping just little nuggets of wisdom, and I was really down. I was really depressed that day. But after I watched it, I'll never forget. I got up and I went running that morning. Now, I'm not gonna say I watched it and my whole life changed. Obviously not, but watching him that day did something for me. He inspired me enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna get up and just go running. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go running this morning. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't life changing, but even me myself, just watching that interview, it set something off in me. It was like, man, I need to get up and get on my shit. I know I'm feeling down, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get up and go running this morning. So, and don't just me. Imagine all the other people who he's influenced, all the people who was inspired by him. And that's why we have this celebrity worship, because they provide something to the masses. You don't have to know them personally to be influenced by them. You don't have to know them personally to care about their well-being. And that's why there is all this outcry when celebrities die, because they influence and inspire so many people. And it's really a beautiful part of our society and humanity in of itself, is that certain individuals are so special, so exceptional, that they make a difference on a broader scale. They're celebrities for a reason. They're famous for a reason, because they excel at life in general, whether it's basketball, cooking, making money, music, playing chess, inventing something, whatever. Some people are just exceptional, and people and other people are inspired by them and just grow to like them. That's why we have this sort of quote unquote celebrity worship. But at the end of it all, I think that the message to take away from all this is just, again, to appreciate every single day. I have this motto, and it's how'd it go? Today is precious. Don't waste it. That's been my motto for a while, and I have a couple different mottos, but just it's one of those mantras that I kind of just repeat in my head just to kind of remind myself, today is precious. Do not waste it. And I think that's what I took away, like cause again, sometimes we forget, we become complacent with our good fortune in our lives, and I'm no different. And when he died, it was a gut check. Like, man, like, it just a reminder, appreciate every day. So rest in peace, Kobe. No, rest in peace, Kobe. I like how people on sports board call him Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. All right, so next we're gonna get into the coronavirus. Dun dun dun. Let me get a sip. So, excuse me. The coronavirus is a virus that originated in Wuhan, China. It's been making waves all over the news, all over the world lately. Because so far it's killed over about 1,500 people. Over 30,000 people have been hospitalized. Now, from what I researched, the virus itself has several symptoms. It usually brings about a high fever, shortness of breath, a cough. Some people report having headaches. And it seems to attack the lungs. And it affects like oxygen distribution throughout the body. As you know, oxygen is fucking important, especially for our organs. And overall, it has like these pneumonia type symptoms. And death seems to come about because of organ failure due to lack of oxygen. So just from all of that, it seems like some type of like fever slash pneumonia virus that's just very powerful to the point of being able to cause organ failure. And surprisingly, from what I read, people have been prescribed HIV medicine, which kind of makes sense because HIV and AIDS is a disease that's known to fuck up your immune system. And I would imagine that the HIV medicine that people use is probably primarily used to strengthen their immune system. Because from what I remember, I'm sure you guys know about Eazy-E. He died of AIDS, but more specifically, I think he died of pneumonia, because what AIDS does, it destroys your immune system, and then you become more susceptible to diseases and viruses and whatnot. And yeah, that's how Eazy-E died. So I guess that's why they're giving people HIV medicine, because it'll strengthen your immune system. And they also say that older people and people with pre-existing medical conditions are the most vulnerable. And so far it doesn't seem to be like this incurable disease. It's not like, oh, you get it and you're guaranteed to die. Some people have been able to have been cured, so it's not an instant death sentence, but there are a lot of people right now that are hospitalized with it, and their symptoms are kind of varying from mild to critical. Oh, fuck, excuse me. But so far, we really don't know how bad this is gonna get, and we're just kind of, everyone's just kind of just trying to stay informed and doing research and observing the situation, just see like how serious this is. But right now, a big concern is it spreading throughout the globe, because it seems to be concentrated in China, but there have been cases in other countries throughout the world. So naturally, people are taking steps to kind of prevent it from spreading too far, but it seems like it's already kind of got out of China, because, you know, there's travel, people going to China, then going to America, then going to Mexico, and then went to Europe. So it's already spreading, but it's not so bad to the point of like, oh, this is like the fucking Black Plague or polio or something like that. But you gotta wonder, is this the one? That's really where I'm at now. Just wondering, like, is this it? Is this the next Black Death? Is this the early stages of a huge epidemic that could kill hundreds of thousands to millions of people? Because you gotta think, shit like this used to happen, not regularly, but we've had like big like huge disease or viral outbreaks throughout history that killed many people, man. I mean, I forget the exact ones, but I know polio is one that comes to mind, and there was one called the Black Death. And I feel like we as a society right now, we have like this false sense of security, like almost like it can't happen to us, not this generation. And almost like when we had that World War III scare a couple weeks back, I kind of had that same feeling, like, is this it? Like, is this finally the big catastrophe of my generation? Is this like when the shit hits the fan? And again, this could be one of those things. Like, right now it's relatively small, but it's big enough to have people worried and afraid. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm thinking about wearing me a fucking face mask when I start going out. Not quite yet, but if I start seeing on the news that this virus is really going wild in America, I'm not leaving the house. I'm not leaving the fucking house. If I do, I have my fucking face mask on. I'm thinking about wearing it anyway, though, just to kind of scare people. Like, if I start going to the store with a face mask on, because I know people been hearing about this coronavirus shit, so if I start doing it, people be like, oh shit, it's real. Motherfuckers out here scared, got face mask on. But from what I heard, and I don't know how true this is, because naturally you gotta wonder, whenever there's a fucking virus or disease that breaks out, where the fuck did it come from? Kind of like with AIDS, there was this big rumor that it started by like African fucking monkeys or something. And with the coronavirus, from what I hear, that it's possible that it might have originated from just some of the animals that the Chinese people were eating, or the animals that I guess they had for sale or just the different foods they had available on the market. Because, you know, it's kind of a fucked up stereotype, but I'm sure you guys heard about the Chinese restaurants killing and cooking cats and dogs and feeding it to people. But the Chinese are known for eating dogs and shit. Like, they don't have a strong pet culture from what I know of, like we do in America, where it's like, oh, I got this dog as a pet. For them, the dog is fucking food. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're eating all manner of different animals and whatnot. And I was reading the Bible a couple weeks ago, and I was reading Leviticus, and there's like this huge list of animals that God told the people not to eat. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, I bet Chinese people like, fuck that, we eating all this shit. And you know, I'm not saying that to pick on Chinese people, but we fucking, yeah, come on, we know, like, Chinese. And it really does make sense when you think about it, because China has had some really bad famines throughout their history. And if you're going through a famine, you ain't about to have a pet dog. Like, if it's a famine, Friender getting ate. I'm not about to start, you know, I'll make it quick, but I gotta eat. So I can kind of understand why China has a different view as far as what's acceptable to eat and what's not. Because whenever it's like every time I see like some weird shit being ate, it's always like China or Japan, where you got like a fucking live frog in a bowl of soup and you supposed to eat that shit. Like, you know, like that's where fucking sushi originated, raw fish, like all this. I'm like, come on, man. Like, Asians are known for eating some weird shit anyway. But again, I don't know exactly where it came from, but that seems to be like the prevailing idea is that it kind of started in the food markets, possibly because of like weird, just eating strange, unusual animals or whatnot. But I don't know. We don't know. I just hope that it is not as bad as it could be. I hope it's not the next fucking worldwide epidemic where it's just people are just dropping like fucking flies, man. Because, well, for obvious reason, that's fucked up for humanity. So yeah, you guys invest in a face mask. I got a whole pack of them motherfuckers. I'm about to start looking like those Chinese guys at the fighting game tournaments. You always see like a couple of them with the face mask on and shit like that. But yeah. Yeah, be careful, guys. And last but not least, Yang Gang is over. Hold on, let me make sure this thing is still recording. We good? All right. I don't trust my equipment. Okay. Wait, I went to fucking 4chan instead of my notes. Okay. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Andrew Yang was a Democratic presidential hopeful. He's been running for a while now, hoping to overthrow the tyranny of Donald Trump. And a big part of his campaign was addressing the issue of automation. If you don't know, automation is just the gradual increase of jobs being replaced by machines. Just for example, we have a local Walmart, and years ago, I go in there and all the way from left to right, nothing but cashiers. You know, cash registers manned by actual people, right? Now I go in there, half of the store is cash registers manned by people. The other half is self-checkout. So naturally, this means less people with jobs in that Walmart. Because it's like, why pay 10 people to work this section of cash registers when you can just turn it into a section of self-checkout and put like one person there observing that, you know, because of course some people don't know how to use it, some people need assistance, and then of course some people be there trying to fucking steal and shit. So And it's real. I mean, you really can't blame them because it's much more cost efficient. You know, just get 2 people to watch this one area with 10 checkout machines, self-checkout machines, instead of having 10 people manning a cash register. Because really, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to check yourself out, especially if you don't have that much shit. If you go in there and buy like 4 or 5 items, what do you want? Would you rather stand in a line behind 6 or 7 people and 3 of those people got a cart full of shit, or just go to the self-checkout and scan your own shit, throw it in the bag, put your money in the machine? It's so easy. I got nothing against self-checkout and automation and whatever, because usually automation tends to make things safer, more efficient, and more cost effective. It's inevitable. But yeah, a big part of Andrew Yang's campaign was addressing this issue, because as people begin to be replaced with, I hit the fucking mic. As people begin to be replaced by machines, naturally that means less jobs. And he's worried that it's going to get to a point where there just won't be enough jobs to go around, and people are going to still need a sense of purpose and, of course, income. And so his idea was to create some sort of universal income. I think we call it UBI, Universal Basic Income, which would basically be everyone gets $1,000 a month just because. I mean, that was essentially his idea. Now, naturally, this appealed very much to guys like me, you know, NEETs, the chronically unemployed, but I mean, outside of, you know, assholes like me who just don't want to, you know, get a fucking job or whatever, this is actually a pretty serious issue, because if it is as bad as he, and not just him, but a lot of other intelligent minds have said, you know, AI, automation, all that shit is very real, and you can see the signs all around us. You know, again, self-driving cars, which will eventually turn to self-driving trucks, which means we don't need you motherfucking truck drivers, which means you truck drivers, bye. Okay. And just little shit like that, you know, well, little shit, big shit like that. And it's no telling how many different ways automation, or really how many different jobs automation and machines will begin to replace humans. And this was just meant to be sort of a safety measure to prevent people from being basically rendered effectively useless in our society. And naturally, there were a lot of people against this. There were a lot of people who were like, well, they should just, you know, if these jobs do get replaced, then you just got to get a better job. You got to go to school. You got to do this. You got to do that. And really, I don't know enough about this whole situation to say what should be done. I can see the pros and cons on both sides of the argument. I think the good thing about UBI is that, again, it should automation become as big of a problem as a lot of people think that it will, then people still got to have money. People still have to be able to afford the necessities. $1,000 ain't a lot, but is something. I think most people would rather have $1,000 a month than nothing. And yeah, because just imagine you got a household, like, okay, like in my house, you got 3 people. Now, if I had UBI, my mom had UBI, and my brother had UBI, then that's $3,000 a month. Like that's not bad. that's not bad, you know. But the bad thing about UBI is that without a doubt, people would try to exploit that. You have people who come to this country and other first world countries already because they know they can get benefits. They know they can get food stamps. They know they can get welfare. They know they can get benefits by having babies and living off the government and whatnot. That's definitely gonna be a thing. If you implement something as beautiful as UBI, $1,000 a month for everyone, God damn, I mean, people are going to be swimming across the ocean to get to America just to take advantage of that. I mean, that is just that's very hard to resist, man. And it's just, it's something that's very exploitable. And I think that's why a lot of people are against it, because it's like, man, it's like, yeah, maybe we do need to have some sort of countermeasure for automation and figure out a way to deal with people being out of jobs. But man, if we do something like UBI, so many people are gonna just try to take advantage of it. It's a big concern is just that it's going to kill the drive of a lot of people to try to better themselves, and they're just gonna live at the bare minimum. I'm gonna collect my $1,000 a month. My girl gonna collect hers. My friend gonna collect his, and we're just gonna stay together and just live off that forever, you know. And again, so it's not a perfect idea, but we'll see, because again, this is something it's on the horizon. Again, we see the self-driving cars, we see the self-checkout, we see these different things where people are being replaced with machines. But that's beside the point. The point is, Yang Gang, Andrew Yang dropped out of the race. Now, you ask me, it was pretty obvious that he had no chance. You had I never once thought, oh, this guy's gonna win. I like the memes. I like the whole Yang Gang thing. I like, neat bucks. That was all fun. But not for a second did I think this guy had any fucking chance of winning whatsoever. I didn't get my hopes up at all. But the good thing about Andrew Yang, though, is that he did bring to my attention and really brought to the attention of many other people the looming threat of automation and the fact that we need to figure out a way to deal with this, because this might be a very serious situation that's going to be arising very, very soon, and really is already here. It's not bad to the point of like everybody needs a free $1,000. We're not there yet, but you can only imagine if things keep progressing at the rate that it is, then it does kind of seem inevitable that a lot of people are going to be out of jobs. And it's like, what do we do about that? So I don't think that his short race for the presidency was without value, because he did bring a very serious issue to the attention of a lot of people. And it's not just serious, but it's also interesting, because this is something I think a lot of people just never think about. We just watch technology as it progresses and gets better and better, but a lot of people never think about the long-term consequences of the advancement of technology, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. And my focus was just like some Terminator shit, like robots rising and destroying humanity. But I forgot the more simple aspect of it all, which is just people being replaced by machines, because machines are more efficient and more cost efficient. So even though he dropped out, I do think that his efforts had value to them, because I feel like he educated a lot of people on automation and just made us really think, okay, how are we going to deal with this if it really does get that bad? Like, how will we deal with that? So yeah, I think that it was good that he tried, but I never thought he had a chance. And the memes were nice. But I saw a video where they were asking, they were just talking about him after, he dropped out of the race and whatnot. And he said something that really just reinforce my disinterest and dislike of politics. He said, I will support whoever the Democratic nominee is. When I heard that, I just felt disgust. I felt so disgusted by this man because it's like we've separated things into two categories: Republicans and Democrats. But as far as views and policy or whatnot, it's so many shades of gray, between the most left Democrat and the most right Republican. There's so many shades of gray between that, and important differences between these different candidates. But Andrew Yang, because he's a Democrat, he's just willing to ride or die on that alone. Like, you're a Democrat, well, regardless of what you're presenting, whatever you're trying to do, I'm going to support you. And to me, that's just fucking disgusting. That's gross. And that's what I hate about politics so much. It's so much just, I'm gonna support this Democrat because he's a Democrat, not because of what his policies is. I don't want to hear shit like that. I want to hear you're supporting this person because of XYZ. I'm supporting this guy because I like his policies, I like his goals, I like his character, I trust him. But no, he's just another fucking Democrat dick rider. Oh, I'm just gonna ride or die because you a fucking Democrat. Man, fuck that shit. I'm glad that he brought this whole issue of automation to the public, but at the end of the day, he's just another fucking politician. I'm not gonna say it. I'm good. I'm not gonna say it, But honestly, man, fuck that shit. That shit is just lame as hell, dude. That shit is weak. Yeah. Rest in peace, Yang Gang. So that was the news. And next, oh man, I had to do it. I got to play this song because it's just so appropriate for the season. So I'm sure you guys have heard this. I think it's my most played song on my YouTube channel. It's just too appropriate. So yeah. Here's That Feel When No Girlfriend, a blast from the past.
That feel when no girlfriend, girlfriend. 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 Black bot with the Asian dick. I'm 5'8" and I hate the shit. Wish I never took the black pill. Now I know I'm stuck with that feel. Whoa, every time I see you, girl, it makes my day. Notice that you never seem to look my way. Don't know what to say, can't manage a hey. So I stay alone, maybe it's my fate. Just got rejected by another cutie. Feeling so depressed, had to smoke a Cupid. Maybe I'm too weak, maybe I'm a geek. One thing's for sure, it's not you, it's me. I'm just a beta male and everyone can tell. Living like I only came to fail. All these girls around, if I say what's up, please don't turn me down, I can't take it. Welcome to the friend zone. Fall in love with every girl that's nice to me. Wanna have you, but you're out my league. Always end up in a friend zone. Time is ticking, but I'm all alone. That feel with no girlfriend, girlfriend. 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 Haven't seen a friend since last year. Only girls I talk to are the cashiers. They don't say they hate me, but it's mad clear that I'm undateable. Past the point of no return, unsavable. Call me Gandalf cause I'm about to be a wizard. When you're lonely, life is colder than a blizzard. Every time I see another cutie, I get flustered. Go home, Batman, watch some fully gully little buster. You give me butter freeze, give me your number please. I pick you up and take you out if it was up to me. But you got other plans, and like 100 mans, holding back tears, I walked away and said I understand. I'm just a beta male and everyone can tell. Living like I only came to fail. All these girls around, if I say what's up, please don't turn me down, I can't take it. Welcome to the friend zone. Fall in love with every girl that's nice to me. wonder how you but you're out my league. Always end up in a friend zone. Time was ticking but I'm all alone. That feel with no girlfriend. That feel with no girlfriend. That feel with no girlfriend. That feel with no girlfriend.
Okay, that was Chad Marco with That Feel With No Girlfriend. Oh man, I spelled Valentine's Day wrong on my notes. Oh man, I need to get my head together. Okay, so yesterday was Valentine's Day. Naturally, I didn't do a goddamn thing. Really, what did I do? I worked on the preparing for the podcast. I ate a lot of Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts. The motherfuckers good as hell. Shit. My dad came by yesterday. Oh man, that was a treat. But it was kind of funny because of course he asked me if I was buying a girl something for Valentine's Day, and I said nah, I'm focused on getting my own shit together right now. And he was like, I know that's right. And you know, I hear so often guys complain about the stigma of being a virgin or the stigma of being single, but it's very easy to deal with that. And really all you have to say is that you're focused on yourself, that you're focused on getting your life together or something like that. Like that kills any fucking criticism about you being single. That's what I've noticed, because even a parent knows that sex and relationships are a big distraction. I mean, really, they can fuck up your whole life. Let's be real. And so and really, I wasn't saying anything that was untrue. Like, I'm totally focused on me right now. It's all about me. It's all about me getting my own life together, me getting my own shit together. And that, I found that really repels any sort of criticism about you being single or being a virgin. Like most people just cannot deny that it is better to focus on getting your own shit together than out here chasing ass. But yeah, it was a nice visit from the old pop. What else did I do? Really, I slept, I worked out, I played a lot of Dragon Ball. But really, I didn't do anything special. It was just, I got on R9K just to kind of see how miserable everybody was, what everybody's Valentine's Day experience was like. But what I found out was that some incels, they had a meeting. I think they call it Valentines sale or something like that, and they had like a group meeting. I don't know exactly where it was, but they've uploaded photos of them together at a Denny's restaurant, and it's kind of funny because I know most people, they have in their head or this idea of an incel being like this gross, deformed 300, 400 pound mess, right? But these guys are all like relatively average looking, maybe a bit below average, but most of those guys hover around the average line. That's why this picture kind of took people by surprise. You would think incels, they got to be just the lowest of the low. Like, no, dude. Like, these guys are just average looking people. And man, I kind of wish I would have made this the thread of the day, but I already had that prepared. I had just found this thread because the reaction to these guys was very entertaining, to say the least. But really, a lot of people were just so surprised at how these guys look. I'm pull it up. I'm want to look up a picture right now. Like they're not gross looking guys. Like they're not, but they're not good looking either. They're not good. They're not bad. But there was one post in this thread that I have to quote this post. It was so good. I love it. But all right, he was replying to a guy who said, none of these dudes are unfuckably ugly. None of these dudes are unfuckably ugly. Involuntary celibacy is a meme. And then this guy replies, I have to qualify what I'm about to write because modern women and modern men are separated by a vast gulf of how they see the world. These guys aren't unfuckably ugly in the eyes of a dude. They all look like bros. I would probably like to kick back with any of them just shooting the shit. They'll come through for you, help you out, invite you to stuff, and show up when you invite them. But look at them through the eyes of a modern, attractive woman. Their hair devoid of any styling or product, their comfortable clothes, their grins or their smiles, the expression in their eyes, the slightly too wide grin, the somewhat too high forehead, and the something isn't exactly how I want it to be. It's all bottom tier, even to a 410 fatty. I'm not trying to badmouth these guys at all. They look like stand-up friends for life tier material for a dude, but they're not dropping any panties in this day and age. That's the entire premise of the rise of incels. Somewhere along the way, standards shifted so high that 80% of dudes are literal nobodies. Society refuses to acknowledge this or to tell them how to change. It's just fingers in the ears and la 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 la, figure it out yourself, la la, have sex, you bitter incel. That was a fucking grade A post. He broke it down perfectly. I could not have said it my fucking self. It's not that these guys are ugly, they're just not special. They're not. Women don't like average. Average is not cool. To a woman, average is invisible. That's what people have to realize. Like, these guys, they're not all disgusting, fat, acne-ridden weirdos. Like, a lot of you guys, like, they're just average dudes. But the thing is, women don't see average. Average is literally invisible to women because women have higher standards for men. Again, and I never want to come across as one of those guys who's like, oh, women shouldn't have standards. You should fuck these average guys. Like, no, I don't give a fuck. I think everybody has a right to have their standards. I don't care if you're waiting for a 10 millionaire who's a descendant of Jesus Christ. If that's your standards, so be it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm not one of those guys, but it is what it is. Women have higher standards than men. It's not good. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but the consequence of it is that some guys get left out as a result because they're just not exceptional enough. These guys don't have anything going for them that a woman can see and be like, that's cool. They don't have anything that women can latch on to and say, oh, I like that. Like, their looks are average, their personalities are average. If they have a job, it's probably like an average job, and more than likely they're like college age, where it's like they can't even take advantage of the potential resources that they could probably get from the career that they're going for, because they're still working towards that. A lot of these guys are probably still in college or something, or just out of college, maybe still struggling to find a job in their field or whatever, or just working an average job. These guys, they don't have anything. They don't have anything special about them, and I don't want to absolve them of responsibility. Not at all, because at the end of the day, it's so many men who were at a state like that and clawed their way out of it. They found a field, excelled in it, became the best, and managed to find and managed to attract women. But I think the sad reality of it all is that everybody can't be winners. For there to be exceptional men, that means there has to be average men. For there to be average men, that means there has to be below average men. It's just the way life is just not fair. I mean, really, that's why when people talk about incels, it bothers me because they always talk from this perspective of like the world being fair. Like everybody has an equal opportunity to get laid or to get into a relationship, when that's just really not the case. Dating in our species is inherently imbalanced because women have higher standards than men. Those guys now take those guys right now. Let's imagine, like, okay, imagine your favorite gender bender anime or whatever mechanic, and let's just magically turn these guys to girls. Like, they're girls now, right? They would be fuckable. If all let's say, okay, he's a 4, he's a 6, he's a 5, whatever. Convert them to their looks match. Their female look like they're equal, just a female. Suddenly, they're all attractive, just based off looks alone. We don't know if they got it. We don't know if they got a car. We don't know what their personality is like, of nothing. But suddenly, you have a picture of at least somewhat attractive young women. And that's really the difference, is that, again, the average man is just not equal to the average woman in terms of value, in terms of sex value. You have to bring something special to the table. You have to. If you're not exceptionally good looking, then you better work on your charisma. You better be extroverted. You better be out here playing the field. You better be doing something. You better have some money. You better be a good ass guitar player. You better have a business, a YouTube channel. You got to do something. As a man, if you're average and you're having trouble with dating, you have to really try to claw yourself into a higher percentile. You need to put yourself in a higher tier. But again, it's not enough room for everybody. That's just the way it is. It's not fair. And I think when people don't acknowledge that, that's what bothers me. When people act like everybody has an equal opportunity. And I think that, again, that's why I love that post so much, because the way he breaks it down is just so perfect. Their hair devoid of any styling or product, the clothes, the smiles on their faces. I mean, and just like he said, even to a 4 out of 10 fat girl, those guys are nothing. Those, again, invisible. They're just invisible. The average man is just, you're like paint on the fucking wall, bruh. You gotta do something to make yourself stand out. But again, not to absolve them of responsibilities. No matter what, like, as a man, you just have to accept that it's not fair. And your only hope is to do everything you can to climb yourself to a higher tier. There's not enough room for everybody to be a winner. There's not enough room. It's sad, but it's true. We're not all gonna make it. At least in terms of dating and sex, because again, you guys know me. My whole perspective is totally different. Like, I don't look at sex or having a girlfriend as the end game. That's not my goal at all. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. My approach to dealing with my sex drive is totally different than incels. Like, I don't even identify myself as an incel. I can see a lot of myself in them as far as like the like negative traits or whatnot that I've been working on for years, trying to fix and shit like that. Like, just being too passive, the way that I dress, shit like that. My attitude, mentality, all those things I've been working on, for fucking years. But I think the main difference between me and the incel is that, one, I do feel like I could have gotten laid. At least a few times I had slam dunk opportunities to get laid. It just wasn't a situation that was up to my standards, where the girl was attractive enough or it was convenient enough for me to actually make a move or try to make anything happen. But I certainly feel like if I put effort into dating, if I say, you know what, I want a girlfriend, or at least I want to have sex, I feel like I can make it happen. So that's why I don't really identify as an incel. I don't feel like it's impossible for me to get laid or to get a girlfriend. I just don't care enough to put in effort. That's my whole thing. I just don't. It's not something that I would lift a finger for. It's not something that I want that badly. It's like if somebody said, "Oh, do you want this Xbox One?" Here you go. I take it. Why not? It's an Xbox One. I don't need it, but fuck it, I'll take it. But if somebody said, hey, you want an Xbox One, but you gotta walk to the next state over to go get it, like, oh wait, hell no, fuck that shit. That shit gonna stay right there. That's pretty much how I feel about sex and girls. It's like, I'm sure it's fun, I'm sure it's nice, but it's not so appealing that I would work for it. And that's why I'm probably gonna stay a virgin for a long time, because again, I would fit in right with those guys. Like, I'm not, you look at me, I'm not special, I'm not good looking, I'm maybe a smidge above average because I'm in pretty good shape now. I work out and all that shit, but you know, that's underneath the fucking Walmart clothes. So I would fit in right there with those guys as far as like looks. I'm one of those mostly invisible guys who would have to put in a significant amount of effort to get laid, effort that I'm just not willing to put in. Whew, I need a sip. This shit always gets me passionate. Oh, but I just wanted to talk about this thread a little bit because it seemed just kind of appropriate for the day. I just want to go through this thread a little bit more to see if there's anything else interesting in here. Just give me a second. Okay, it looks more like a male. Oh man, this is depressing. All right, this one guy says, this is depressing. It's depressing because they look how I expected them to. They look fairly normal like me. I don't think I'm ugly. A couple of guys in there might be a little below par, but they could probably improve it easily by getting a decent haircut. For the most part, they're just average looking dudes. I am doing everything in my power to resist the black pill, but it's simply unavoidable. There is no hope. And I don't want to get too much into it on this episode because that's really not really what it's about, but definitely in the future, I want to talk about just the fact of, or really just examine dating and or just the whole mating ritual within the human species, which I believe, I firmly believe, because just looking at all the evidence around me, just observing everything around me, I firmly believe that human beings are a tournament style species. Yes, we do practice pair bonding and we practice it a lot, you know, marriage and all that shit. But I feel like at our core, we are a tournament species, which is basically a species where the men compete for access to the women, and the men who are the cream of the crop get more women than the guys who are beneath them. But that's the episode for another day. I just wanted to talk about this thread a little bit. I might even make this thread the thread of the day on the next episode or something, or maybe on the episode where I address the whole tournament species thing. But I just want to talk about it a little bit. But Valentine's Day for me has always been pretty much Singles Awareness Day. I even made a mixtape called Sad Singles Awareness Day, like 2 years ago or whatever. A little short mixtape. Oh, hold up. Oh man, cheap soda. Excuse me. And I think it's just really just a reminder. Like, damn, I'm still single. Like like shit. Like still nothing but. It's crazy, man, because I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. And it's like, whenever I talk about this shit online, it's weird. Like, people honestly just don't believe me. That they don't believe that you could be content or happy without having a girlfriend, without being in a relationship, with not having sex. And again, I can't like project my experiences onto other people. I can't like let you enter my body and feel how much I don't give a fuck. I wish I could, but it's impossible. Like, you would just have to take my word for it. But I truly just do not understand I do not understand how you cannot appreciate life, how you cannot appreciate your life, and just because you don't have a girlfriend or just because you're not having sex. Because to me, life is just so amazing. Again, like, I know I'm not the happiest person in the world. I know I'm not, I have my ups and downs. My life is a fucking roller coaster. But my baseline is good enough. And I feel like even with that, I can make improvements. Like, I feel like a lot of the shit in my life, a lot of things or the times where I was depressed or down or felt like shit, I can pinpoint exactly why. I can pinpoint why I felt like shit. It was like, oh, I wasn't eating right. Oh, I wasn't working out like I was supposed to. Oh, I wasn't really focused on my music or my projects. Oh, I was on 4chan too much. I was wasting too much time. I was doing this wrong. I can pinpoint like a lot of the exact reasons for my bouts with depression and whatnot. It's not a mystery, and not once have I ever felt like I'm depressed or I'm down because I don't have a girlfriend. I never once felt like that. I never felt like, oh, I feel like shit because I'm not in a relationship. I've definitely had like those points of like extreme lust, that feel with no girlfriend, but it was either very short-lived or very minor or a very weak feeling. It was never very hard to pull myself out of that feeling. And even at its worst, what I realized was that I was just trying to fill a void that was only there because I wasn't really living my life in a good way. I wasn't really focused on positive, productive things. Once I started eating better and working out, going outside more, really paying attention to really paying attention to the world in my head, because we all have we all have a world in our head. We all have a voice, a community, and we feed that with how we think. And that's really just our attitude. But what I've learned over the years is that we have so much power over our attitude. It's just about feeding your brain the right thoughts, the right words, the right mindset. Just for example, when I play Dragon Ball Fighters, while I'm fighting, I always try to make sure I'm thinking the right way, that I'm not giving up hope just because things looking bad. Like, oh, I lost a character and he has like full health. I can feel my morale dropping. Like it's not looking good. I'm getting my ass beat. But there's been so many times where just because I clung on to hope, just because I didn't give up, just because I kept thinking like, you know what? I got 2 characters left, or I got 1 character left, or, I can do this, I can do that. Just because I was thinking in a more positive way, I was able to pull out a win when it looked like I was about to lose. And that's a very stupid example. It's a fucking video game. But again, it applies to so many different areas of life where just your attitude can really, where your attitude can really have a huge effect on just your perspective and your well-being. And I feel like, again, people would look at my life and say, oh, this loser, no job, no car, all that shit. But I've made so much progress in ways that a lot of people just can't see. And I think the most important thing that I've developed over these years is just a positive attitude. Not a perfectly positive attitude. I'm still pessimistic in a lot of ways, but certainly a lot more positive than I was. And I think not just positive, but the decision to take full responsibility for my own happiness. I would never say I'm not happy because of this person or that or this. I take full responsibility for my own happiness. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't feel the need to be in a relationship, because again, I I can't explain it, because so oftentimes we tell ourselves something and we're just telling ourselves something and it's not real. But this was something that was just like, once I made that decision, it was just so real, and it's a part of my being now. That decision to say, you know what, my happiness is my responsibility, no one else's. And that's my belief. That's what I believe. And because of that belief, I can't be unhappy because I'm not in a relationship. I can't be unhappy because I don't have this person or whatever. And now this episode is starting to sound like episode 2 or 3 of How to Be a Neat. I've never seen a vagina, where I was, but yeah, I feel like, again, it's very relevant for this time of year, because this is fucking Valentines and all that. But if anyone out there is struggling, like you're lonely or whatever, and my thing is, I never try to discourage people from trying to get laid or to get a girlfriend or anything like that. That's never been my goal. Like I said, don't be like me. In fact, I say the opposite. Don't be like me. I don't encourage it at all. But the truth of the matter is that I appreciate my life. I appreciate what I have available to me. I feel like life is good enough to where I don't need to have sex. I don't need to be in a relationship. And that's really all I'm trying to convey here. And it's like, I feel like if I can pull it off, then why can't someone else pull that off? If little old me can ascend to that level of wizardry, then why can't someone else do it too? But again, like, I don't I for some, it's like, I don't want to tell people to do that, though. At the same time, it's like, I don't want people to go to the extreme that I have, because just being honest, I've made a pretty firm decision to never put any effort into trying to get laid again. Like, it's just, it's I can't even explain exactly why I made that decision. It's just, it felt like the right thing to do at the time, and now it's just a part of my protocol. I don't do it. I don't, no effort, no. And I guess now is probably a good time to probably try to figure out why. And I've been thinking about it a little bit lately, and I talked about this when I was talking about the whole on the previous episode, like, why is it a man's job to approach a woman and all that shit. And I think for me, I like the challenge of it. I like the challenge of having to attract women with your presence, your aura, rather than your effort. Seeing the guys who can just attract women naturally without having to put in much of an effort. Once I saw that, I was like, I'd rather be like those guys. And not to say that I'm trying to be like, that's not my goal. Isn't to sort of structure myself in such a way that I would attract women that way. My goal is always just to just living up to my own standard, pushing my own limitations, accomplishing my goals. And if becoming more attractive to women is a byproduct of that, then so be it. That's cool. But I think that's part of the reason, though. It's just that I like the idea of being that kind of guy rather than the kind of guy that has to actually put effort into it. But again, like, I don't encourage anyone to walk the path that I have decided, because even with all that being said, I still worry, like, is this something that I'm going to regret? Like it's cool now, like, oh, it's whatever, but I'm still pretty fucking young. What about when I'm in my mid-30s? What about when I'm in my 40s? When I'm in my 50s? Will I still feel the same way, or will I regret not enjoying young 20s love or whatever? But I guess what it comes down to is that I don't want to do something I don't want to do out of fear. I don't want to hop into dating and sex out of a fear of what if, of possibly being regretful about it. I recognize the risk. I accept it that it's something I might possibly regret, but I still decided to walk this path because I feel like I'm onto something. I can't even really explain it, but I like it. It's something about it. I can't even say I like being a virgin or I like being single. It's more so that I don't mind it. And I like the responsibility of having to make myself happy. I think that's a big part of it too. It's like, I like that challenge. It's like, why can't I make myself happy? Why can't I draw happiness from within? Why do I need a woman to validate my existence? You know, it's a question that's always gnawed at me ever since I started to sort of go down this path of disregarding sex and all that shit. I always question the importance of sex. Like, why should I get married? Why should I have kids? Like, why? I always ask why. Like, why? What's the, is it really that serious? And I think really that's the core of it all for me. It's a curiosity. For me, it's a curiosity about, is sex really that important? Do I really need it? And I'm so far along on this path at this point. And whereas it seems like a lot of men, as they get older, the more they care about being single, the more they care about being a virgin, I'm caring less. I'm giving less fucks. So at least thus far, it seems like I was really on to something. It seems like maybe I really don't need it. And if I don't need it, why put in the effort when there's when I've seen so many cases of people fucking their lives up over this shit, pussy whipped beta males and just relationship drama, the whole chaos involving divorce, the stress of raising children and all that shit. Is like, all that I can avoid and still be happy. But then the flip side is all the good parts of being in a relationship, the companionship, the pleasure of sex, intimacy, romance, those memories, the joy of being a father, having that family structure that you can call yours. So on one hand, while I avoid a lot of the negative aspects of dating and sex, I also miss out on a lot of the positives. But again, since I'm content as things are, and I'm not one to complain, it's whatever to me. But again, that's why, I truly, I truly suggest that you really give it a lot of thought before you try to go your own way, so to speak. And it's funny because I've kind of the same way how I don't identify as an incel, but I do see a lot of myself in those guys. I never really identified as a MGTOW either, but I can't deny that the whole idea of it resonates with what I've always been trying to do, as far as just trying to see, like, to what extent can I disregard sex. And this year I really have made it my goal to really take it to the next level, as far as like minimizing my involvement in sex. Because even though I'm not in a relationship, even though I'm not having sex, I realize that I still spend a lot of time and energy focused on sex in one way or another, whether that's seeing a girl out and, just going out looking at fat asses or whatever, or seeing a girl and oh, she's pretty, and now I'm imagining life together or whatever. Going online to places like R9K and going into like threads where guys are talking about sex or looking at porn, masturbating, worrying about my sexuality, different shit like that. Like, just I realize, like, even though I'm not having sex, I'm still indulging in it just in a different way. You know, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still looking at porn and bitches. I'm still clicking on threads that are pertaining to sex. And my goal this year is to reduce all that, because I did a lot of reflecting, and what I realized is that I want to be a sex minimalist. I said all that to get to this point here. I want to be a sex minimalist. I don't want to be totally sex free, like, and again, I wouldn't mind one day having a girl. I would love to see what it's like to have a girlfriend and sex and all that shit. So it's not like I'm committing myself to a life of celibacy, but I do know that I want to be a sex minimalist. Even if I do get a girlfriend or something like that, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like laid up with my girl every day. Shit, like, cause I see that and that's lame. I don't want to be that guy. Just I want to really see, like, to what extent can I really reduce my to what extent can I reduce my indulgence in sex? Almost like the way people play with their diets. Like, you see all this fucking like the fasting diet. You know, some guys go 16 hours, some guys go 24 hours, some guys go 48 hours, and then they're not eating certain things. You know, you got like food minimalists. Like, and that's kind of what a diet is in a way, I guess you could say. But that idea, but applied to sex, like really structuring your sex life in a specific kind of way, for a certain outcome. But yeah. Oh man, I said a mouthful. Oh man. But I think that's about all I want to talk about as far as like Valentine's Day. It's funny. Valentine's Day, I talk more about not fucking than fucking. But anything else I want to talk about? I think that's about it. You know, another Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was alright. So next, I want to talk about waifus. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this is going to be relatively short and sweet. I'm going to list my top 10 waifus. Well, anime waifus. And the way that I thought about it, was like this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna list my top 10, but the number one is the one that out of all those 10 I would marry. That's the anime girl that like, out of all the other anime girls, this is the one that, like, if I had to pick one to dig down or be my girlfriend or to marry, whatever, this would be the one. So yeah, let me get into that. Oh shit. Okay, so this is my top 10 anime waifu list. I'ma just, of course, give their name, say what anime they're from, and talk about the pros and cons of them, like what I like about them, what I don't like about them, or what would make it not work other than me being a jobless loser. Okay, so let's start at number 10. Mitsuru Karijo. Now, to be honest, Mitsuru is probably number one. But I felt like it'd be kind of boring because I've always talked about my love of Mitsuru from Persona 3. So I wanted to kind of make it interesting by I had to include her, and yeah, she's from a game, but Persona 3 does have an anime movie, so I had to find a way to fit her in there. So I figured it would be more interesting to kind of leave her out, but I still gotta mention her because man, she's just fucking amazing. But what I like about Mitsuru is obviously she's very beautiful, but she's also elegant. She's not just some ditzy, oh, I know I'm beautiful, full of herself type. It's a different kind of beauty. It's like it's a refined beauty, almost like royalty. Like she has a almost like nobility about her. And I guess that comes with being from a wealthy, powerful family and whatnot. But also like how she's disciplined. Like she's a very disciplined, strong person. She's not some girl that needs saving. She's not a princess in distress or whatever. And really looking at this list and the girls that I chose, that's a very common theme. I do like strong women. And I guess it's because they bring, like, strong women bring something to the table. They're not just eye candy. But if a woman is strong, then she can really have my back or really make me better. You know, being with a girl like Mitsuru, she would hold you to such a high standard. I mean, god damn. I mean, you couldn't have any holes in your game. Like she would have you on a schedule. But it would make for a lot of like cute situations. I feel like she'd be the type, she will always have your lunch ready and neatly prepared. She would have you on a calendar or whatever. Like she just seemed like the type that would really, if you're not disciplined or have like structure, she would introduce that into your life. Just fucking with a girl like that, it would naturally just rub off on you. But the bad thing about it is naturally there will be compatibility issues because I'm the opposite of all those of all those things. I couldn't imagine a girl like Mitsuru being interested in a bum like myself. Really none of these girls, but Mitsuru to a much higher degree. Because again, she's almost like a fucking queen without a crown, man. Yeah. Okay, number 9, Boma. Yeah, Boma. Now Boma is pretty. Obviously she's pretty damn attractive. But what I like about her is that I can't lie, she's rich. That's why I always felt like Vegeta got the best girl out of everybody. Cause Chi-Chi's a nagging bitch. Let's be real. She's a nagging bitch. God, just her whole energy is just negative and nagging. I wouldn't even want to be around her for more than like 5 minutes at a time. And even though Bulma is kind of bitchy, she got a little bitchiness to her too. It's not nearly to the point of Chi-Chi. And at least Bulma brings resources to the table. Like if you fucking with Bulma, then you win the money now. Like, so you got the whole Capsule Corporation and all that shit. And not only is she pretty and rich, but she's also intelligent. Bulma is really fucking smart. She's not just some dumbass bitch running around looking cute, getting in the way. Like she created the Dragon Radar. She created the gravity chamber that Vegeta trains in most of the time. So she actually does bring something to the table. And again, like that's something that I like about girls. I like girls who are pretty, but I also like girls who bring something to the table. But again, the negative things about Bulma is that she's kind of bitchy and she's used goods, because she's been through, she was dating Yamcha at one point, and it's hard to imagine Yamcha didn't dig that down. So Bulma does have that, yeah, and she's a mom and all that, but really assuming that this would be like I guess early or maybe late, like early Dragon Ball Z or later Dragon Ball Bulma or whatever, then yeah, it wouldn't be that big of a problem. But she's alright. Okay, number 8, Casca. Oh yes, the warrior woman of Berserk. Now, again, Casca she's very strong. She's a capable warrior. Even though she's a woman, she's one of the more stronger characters in Berserk. At least before she was fucking retarded. before Griffith fucked the fucking brains out that bitch. She was one of the stronger warriors in the Bantha Hawk. So, fucking with a girl like that, you got somebody who really got your back. You got somebody who can, actually bring something to the table, or to the battlefield. And she's very attractive. She's, not like beautiful, but I would say like she's cute. And it's kind of weird, but like retarded Casca is really more attractive than normal Casca, because at that point her hair is kind of grown out and she has like more of an innocent look to her. And of course she's brown skinned. I guess being a African of African descent myself, I've never been one of those guys that had a big thing for white girls. I've always loved my brown sisters. So Casca definitely gets points for her darker complexion. But the bad thing about Casca, again, used goods, because Griffith turned that bitch out. But she's also pretty tsundere. She's pretty fucking tsundere. And I guess that some guys might like that, but I think to me that whole tsundere attitude could probably be kind of annoying, because that's a big barrier you got to break through. Because she's not gonna be an easy Craig. She's not gonna be an easy egg to crack, because of her headstrong personality. She might like you, but it's gonna be underneath layers and layers and layers of hard shell and bitchiness and all that. So, and on top of that, she's retarded. Okay, so number 7, Makoto Kusanagi. Makoto is from Ghost in the Shell, of course. And I gotta be honest, I like her primarily because of her fucking body. She's just fucking hot. I've always thought she was one of the more attractive anime characters. I mean, she's just pure eye candy. Her outfit is honestly absurd. She's such a serious character in all these oh fuck, that was a bad one, excuse me. She's such a serious character in such a, like, Ghost in the Shell is a critically acclaimed anime. It has such good writing. The animation is beautiful. I mean, God, now just thinking about it, it kind of makes me want to watch it again. But she's walking around like she's about to go work in a fucking strip club, dude. Now, I don't mind a little eye candy, but her outfit is a tad bit ridiculous. Let's be honest. And I think, now, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been so long since I watched this shit, but isn't Makoto a cyborg? Like, she's not a flesh and blood human. She's actually because I think in Ghost in the Shell, technology has progressed to the point where people can inhabit the bodies of robots or cyborgs and whatnot. So she's actually a person in a cyborg body or something. I don't remember exactly how this shit go, but I think that's one of the things that I like about her, is because she kind of represents the fuck doll future, the future of fuck dolls. But I think the negative things about her, honestly, would be her personality. She doesn't have a bad personality, But I found her personality to be kind of boring, to be honest. She's kind of a boring person in my opinion. And the whole cyborg thing, you gotta go back, because like you gotta wonder, like, how does her body really work? Like, does she shit? Does she piss? Like, does she have the female pheromones that, you know, like, does she have all of that? You know, how female is she really? Like, I don't know. Okay. Number 6, Haman Karn. Now, Haman is one of the villains from one of the earlier Gundam series. I like her because, other than being cute, she has kind of an interesting personality, or rather, I feel like she would be interesting to be in a relationship with, because of just, well, she's an evil space lord, so that would make things kind of different, to say the least. And even though, like, she's not old by any means, but she has like these MILF vibes, and that's because in Gundam, the protagonist is, I think he's probably like 14, 16, and she might be like several years older than him. So during the few times that they interact, it is kind of I guess just because of that age difference, that kind of gives her just kind of like mommy girlfriend vibes, because she's pretty mature. But the bad thing about it is, like I said, she's an evil fucking space lord, and her body is relatively average. You know, she's cute, but her body isn't anything special. Okay, number 5, Kale from Dragon Ball Super. Now, Kale, she's just cute as fuck. I mean, right off the bat, she kind of has like a Sade thing going on, to be honest. And I think, honestly, she's really one of the more well-designed characters to come out of Dragon Ball Super. I like her outfit, you know, the tan skin, like, because I feel like the art in Dragon Ball tends to give a lot of people like I think Dragon Ball suffers from same face syndrome, and I feel like Kale is one of those characters that have more of a unique look. I mean, yeah, you got characters like alien shit like Hit, but he has a fucking dick for a head, or a fucking ass head. So, but yeah, and she's submissive, and not that I'm really attracted to submissive women or anything like that, but that could be good in its own way, because being in a relationship with a girl like Kale, you will obviously be wearing the pants in that relationship. She's someone you could probably get her to do just about anything. if she's with you, if she's attracted to you, and just by how submissive she is, you could probably have her doing some freaky fucking shit. Like, she's the type, you would probably have her eating ass and gargling balls, all that shit. So, and I don't know if Kale is a lesbian or not, because of the relationship between her and Khalifa. It kind of gives off a little, you know, I gotta admit that's kind of lesbian vibes there. But I think when you look at their relationship, seems like she'll be like very passionate about you. Like, if she likes you, it seems like she will really like you, because it seemed like she got really jealous when Khalifa was fighting Goku, and, you know, she wanted her attention. Again, I don't know if that was some dyke shit or not, but it kind of just shows like how she would react if she was, and there was like just imagine if it was that type of relationship. You know, jealousy turns into passion really fucking quick. So, and that's really attractive in its own kind of way. I know my mom, we were talking about this guy that we know, and he tends to end up in relationships with very jealous women. And my mom said some guys like that shit. Some guys like when girls get jealous and a fight over them and shit like that. And I can kind of get that, like just having somebody that's into you so much to the point of jealousy. And I think that's one of the things that could be, again, it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing dealing with a chick like Kel. And of course, she gets the brown skin bonus. You know, she's not straight brown, but she does have a pretty good tan. I love darker skinned women. And the sex could be very fucking interesting with her because of the whole like film Broly thing. Like just halfway through sex, she just fucking turns into a fucking buff ass bitch and flips you over and you just, oh god, snoo. Oh man. But I think one of the bad things about her, she might be too passive. Because even in the anime, she's kind of passive to the point of it being annoying. Like she doesn't really have much faith in herself. And I don't know. Like I like strong type women. I like just like, you know, fucking Mitsuru, Casca types who, you know, self assured and brave and strong. I like that type of shit. And yeah, she would probably rip your dick off if you made her mad, you know, because again, the whole film Broly shit. Like, yes, it's cool when she's in normal mode, but you know, she fucking transforms and you're not on her good side. Yeah, you might find your dick being tossed outside of a car window into a field. Okay, I'm out of soda and I gotta pee. This is terrible. Okay, next. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Akoi. Now, Akoi is a girl from the Basilisk anime. It's like a ninja anime. And she's like a kind of a tomboy type. But honestly, what I like about her is she just got a nice body. I think really with her, physically, she just does it for me. Like physically, and that's kind of where we're going down this list. Well, probably the one after this too. But yeah, man, like physically, that's really what I like about Okoi is, other than like her fun and carefree personality, well, until she actually is about to fuck somebody up. I really like her fucking body, man. I love the way that she looks. She has like those. She's got like a cute face. She's got like thick, full lips, fat ass, big titty, just a full figured woman. That's what I like about her. But the bad thing about her is that she's fucking broke. She's a broke ass ninja from a ninja clan. So she don't really bring much but a nice body and kick ass to the table. Okay, and next, what was this? Liz Ricardo from IGPX. IGPX was like some weird racing mech anime that was on Toonami a couple years ago. It was pretty alright, but man, IGPX was one of the few anime where I truly felt. Hold up. Oh, excuse me. IGPX was one of the few animes where I was totally satisfied with the way the romantic subplot played out. It was, I mean, talk about the best girl finally winning, because it was not looking good. Because the main character, in the middle of the series, he met this other girl, and they were actually in a semi-serious relationship for a while, and Liz was pretty jealous over the whole thing because she's one of those tomboys, tsundere types, you know, strong, high-spirited, assertive, that type of thing. So she, during the beginning, she wasn't it was pretty obvious that she was attracted to the main character, but she wouldn't just outright say it in typical anime fashion. But what I liked about her was that at the end of the anime, spoiler alert, she was the one to approach him and kiss him and set things off. She said, fuck it, I'm taking this motherfucker. And that's one of the main reasons why I like her, was that she was just so, like, once she made up in her mind that the main character was who she wanted to be with, she took him. She said, fuck it, I'm taking this. I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to kiss him. And we're going to live happily ever after. And I guess that appeals to that, you know how I do. Like I said, I refuse to make the first move on a girl. I'm determined to never do that. And Liz is one of those girls who will, if she likes a guy, she's gonna let him know. Like, once she's sure, she's doing that. And really, that's the primary reason why I like her. I mean, yeah, she's kind of cute, but really the only bad thing about Liz is that overall she has average looks. She's not really exceptional looking in any way. I mean, yeah, she gets the brown skin bonus. But looks wise, she's just very average. But again, I just like how she took charge. She said, you know what, fuck it, I'm taking this nigga. All right. Number 2, Mako Shiraki of Prison School. Now, I'm not even gonna front. This is all about the body right here. Like, she is one of the most sexy anime chicks in all anime. I mean, her sex appeal is at an absurd level. I mean, her titties are like, what, Z cups? Do they got Z cups? I mean, just body for days, man. I mean, she is sexy with 3 X's. I mean, fuck, bro. Like, just that's really, her body alone puts her heads and shoulders above most of the women on this fucking list, man. And on top of that, she has that almost like that, I wouldn't say elegance, but like that strong discipline way of carrying herself, similar to Mitsuru. She's kind of like Mitsuru if Mitsuru just had much more sex appeal, with the cleavage hanging all out and the fat ass. And I mean, she's just beautiful with breathtaking porn star, not even porn star, don't even, I mean, God, dude, like her, just female perfection, female body perfection. If you like thickness, if you like size, ass, titties, face, whatever, she's got it all. But downside, she's kind of a bitch. But if you're a masochist, then this is whatever. Now, number 1, drum roll, please. Aisha Clan. Aisha Clan is the number 1 waifu. She's from a somewhat mediocre anime called Outlaw Star. I'm still mad that anime did not live up to its true potential. God, I gotta do a review of that someday, man. But yeah. Now Aisha, of course she's cute. Obviously, it's a cute thing. But I think what I like about her most is just how exotic she is, because she's not human. That's pretty fucking apparent. She's like some sort of like tiger human hybrid, some weird shit. I don't know. But and of course she gets the brown skin bonus. Bro, I love my sisters. But I guess I like just her whole, I like how she's this strong, athletic, kind of brash but also just sexy, naive space alien. I mean, I guess that's the best way to describe it. She has so much going on at the same time. She's cute. She's got a nice body. She's an exotic space alien with like these like these weird like elf / cat ears. Got the brown skin. She's strong. She's got like this crazy fun personality, and God, just imagine the sex with a fucking chick like that, man. I mean, I was going through the list and I was like, man, if I had to pick one, who would I pick? And God, I had to choose Aisha Clan because it's something about her. I feel a vibe. I feel like we got a connection, you know, from 3D to 2D. I feel like we would probably have the most connection. Again, outside of me being a bitch made neat loser, Aisha Clan. I would, if I had to marry any of these shits, because I feel like she's the best combination of all these traits that I like. Cute, brown skin, strong, sexy. She's got a nice personality. Really, the only thing bad about her is that she's like a broke space alien. You know, she doesn't come with the tangibles like Mitsuru or Boma. But yeah, man, Aisha Clan is my number one waifu. Really, number two, Mitsuru. I mean, again, but if I could not pick Mitsuru, you know, because really she's more of an honorable mention because she's not technically from an anime, even though they do have an anime about Persona. But just talking pure anime, no video game bullshit, Aisha Clan for sure, man. So that was my top anime waifu list. And next we're gonna have a little bit of more OC, and then I will return. Okay, so hello. Nah, but are we on? I'm waiting for this fucking list to, I'm waiting for this fucking thread to pop up. As you guys know, this is the thread of the day. What did I pick again? So yeah, we got the thread of the day. It finally loaded up. So I decided to pick a thread about virginity. Because again, this is the day after Valentine's Day episode. And I figured, yeah, this would be pretty appropriate. Just guys talking about their virgin experiences or whatever. So let's get right into it. So, I censored the OP pick there because it wasn't anything nude, but it was a little raunchy. You know how YouTube is. You know, I don't want to rustle any fucking feathers. But yeah, the OP says, "Who's virgin here? Tell me how old are you, your gender, and why you are a virgin." These threads are pretty common on 4chan. You know, there's a lot of virgin guys on 4chan, and we all kind of come together and share our virginal experiences. So I think it'd be interesting to do a thread like this. Okay. I'm sipping this cheap ass Dr. Perky, man. Okay. Now, the first post say, 28 male, ugly, autism, acne, etc. So that'll do it. That'll do it. Ugly, strike. Autism, strike. Acne. Well, acne ain't that bad unless you're talking like, God. I mean, it's some bad, like fucking, what's his name? DeMar DeRozan, that basketball player. He got, oh God, he's got bad acne scars on his face. Like, if you look like that and you ain't balling, bruh, you better have some fucking charisma. Okay, 18, male, can't talk to people. Now, it's at 18, it's like you're not even really a virgin. Oh, fuck, I gotta stop drinking this shit. I mean, that's so young, dude. It's like, you... At 18, it's barely even worth mentioning you're like, really, I don't feel like you're a virgin until you're 21. That's only then does it even really matter. 18 isn't even really weird. I think once you're past college age, like 18 to 22, that's about college age. Like, once you're around there and you're still a virgin, that's when that's when you should be worried. But I don't really blame him though, because I remember, honestly, the whole stigma of being a virgin started as early as like middle school for me. And I remember I used to lie about that shit because I used to be ashamed of being a virgin. So I used to lie about that shit. I ain't to go for it. But I think it was like, maybe I was around 14. That's when I stopped giving a fuck. When I was 14, 15, yeah, I don't know what. I think by then, because I think anything that we're ashamed of or are afraid of being made fun of for stems from not wanting to be made fun of or ostracized from the group. And I think by the time I was 14, 15, I was pretty much used to being the outcast, the loner. I had a couple friends, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I wasn't a part of the main groups of the school. Even my friends, like, they had their own groups that they were a part of that I wasn't a part of. And really, it's still like that to this day. It's like, I'm like the outside friend that people, if people do come over here, it's usually like just to talk or watch anime, play a video game or smoke weed or whatever. But I noticed that even the friends I hang out with, they have their own sort of cliques that I wouldn't say that I'm not a part of, because, you know, just by proxy of being their friend, I end up in their groups every now and then, but I'm not a fixture in those groups like the rest of them. And I think that's really why why I stopped giving a fuck as much around like 14, 15. Because by then I had pretty much, my place in the pecking order was pretty much solidified at that point, and there was no fighting it, or I just guess really I didn't give a fuck, because again, I was just so used to it. And yeah, that's when I stopped giving a fuck about that shit, like 14, 15. But he says that his problem is that he can't talk to people, and that, again, that'll fucking do it, because for the most part, women expect men to make the first move. Women want guys to approach them first and ask them out. And if you're not making an effort to talk to people, then it's like, how it's going to happen. But at the same time, though, one thing I've noticed is that, like, the people that I know who get laid, they don't do that cold approaching shit. They don't, for the most part, they don't do that. That's really weird. And that's why it's so strange when people say, like, give that advice, like, just go talk to random girls. I'm not saying it never works, but from what I've observed, it seemed like the people that I know, they get laid just by being in different social circles. And then it's like, okay, I got a friend, he worked at Peace Inn. And so he ended up fucking one of the girls there because, okay, they work together. It's inevitable that they would end up interacting because they work together, whether it's just simple pleasantries or, hey, can you tell the manager this, or can you take this over there? Oh, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. Who are you? And so just what I've noticed is that it seems like for really at least most of the people that I know, they meet people just more organically. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to this random girl. It's, oh, I work with this girl. We interacted with each other on a regular basis. Attraction developed over time, and one thing led to another. I sold her some weed. She got my number, and then we started talking, and now I'm fucking her. Like, that's how the people I know get laid. Not this cold approach shit. But yeah, still though, for the most part, you do gotta, again, that involves talking to people, so. Okay, so. Okay, this guy says, 27, male gave up, tried super hard with no fap, looks match, reading the fit sticky. The game is rigged in Chad's favor. Now all I do is dedicate to work. Now that sounds, who the fuck is that? That sounds a lot like me. Yeah, fuck. 27 male. Did I write this? But nah, except the whole try super hard thing. I never really put much effort into trying to get laid. I did things sporadically here and there. Throughout my early 20s, I think that, but even then, it was never like, okay, I'm gonna hit the streets and, you know, ask out 15 women today or nothing like that. But yeah, I wouldn't say I gave up. I mean, if I'm to be honest, like, let's like just be honest. Like, if I live to be 100, like I plan on doing, I feel like it's more likely that I'm going to eventually get laid than not. Just be honest, I feel like it's more likely. I don't feel like it's inevitable. It's certainly possible that I might die a virgin, especially if I die young. But I don't think this is not gonna happen. That's why I can't say that I gave up, because I don't feel like it's just not gonna happen. I just stopped trying. But, and I talked about this on a previous episode, even without putting any effort in, there was at least one girl who made an effort to try to fuck me, or at least I think she was trying to fuck me. And who's to say that won't happen again, you know? So again, I may not try or put effort in, but I don't feel like I gave up in the sense of, like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I just know that I'm not gonna make it happen. But we'll see. But certainly realizing that the game is rigged in the favor of more attractive men seeing that they don't have to put in the amount of work that the average guys have to do, and really realizing that dating is very different when you're a very attractive man. It's like all the rules are changed. The rules are totally different. And how do I say this? It's almost as if women are easier to deal with the more attractive you are. It's like the more attractive you are, the more submissive women are, the more effort. It's like the roles are reversed when you're attractive. It's like now women are the ones putting in the effort. Women are the ones that approach the man first. They initiate contact. They're texting you. They're worried about you. They want your validation. They're chasing after you. And when I realized that, it's like everything beneath that just looks like suffering. It's just seeing how easy it is for these other guys. It's like, man, why would you want anything less? Why would you want to be the guy that's doing the chasing and not being chased? Once I realized that was a possibility, that's the reality for a small group of men, it's like, man, I wouldn't want it any other way. Okay, this guy says, 19 male. I always preemptively assume girls I'm interested in already have boyfriends. I've been told I'm good looking, but no girls have ever approached me, and the thought of rejection and the awkwardness that would follow scares me too much. Yeah, I'm about the same. As far as really just making certain assumptions. It's hard. It's hard to imagine when you see a decent looking girl or better, and to imagine that she doesn't have a boyfriend, or at least several guys currently pursuing her and trying to date her, and some of those guys being well or much more attractive than you, more money, job, cars, social status, whatever. And I think that's really what keeps me perpetually deterred from ever approaching a woman outside of just the vow that I made not to. That's always the first thing that comes to my head. I see a pretty girl, and I can also see a line of men waiting to fuck her, and another line of men who have already fucked her, and it's just, I see all this in my head, and it's just keeps me just totally deterred from trying to make any effort whatsoever. But also just assumptions about their personality, you know, like, is she a bitch? Is she argumentative? Like, what? And again, there's no way to know that without getting to know them personally, but but I don't really have a fear of rejection. That's not really the thing. I feel like I'm someone who could really deal with rejection, because I know the mentality to have when you're approaching something as a newbie. Your expectations are just, you have to really set the right kind of expectations when you're getting into something new. I feel like if you're a guy and you're trying to get into dating or find a girlfriend or something like that, you have to look at it like, almost like if you went to a karate class, or you went to go learn Brazilian jiu-jitsu or something, like, you're going to get your ass kicked a lot. You're not going to become a black belt without getting your ass kicked. I've been playing a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters lately, and I made a decision, because I've always loved fighting games, and I was like, you know what? This time, I'm not going to just fuck around and just play online every now and then. I'm going to really try to get good. I'm going to really, since I've always loved fighting games, I'm going to see how good I can get in this game. And one of the first things I reminded myself was, or the thing that I always try to remember and keep in mind is that I'm gonna get my ass kicked a lot, and you guys are gonna see once I start uploading my fights on my video game channel. Man, I have taken some humiliating L's, but that's to be expected because I haven't been playing the game as long as these other guys. I haven't put in the time. I haven't put in the work. I've just now been really playing it seriously. I played it here and there on my friends' consoles and whatnot. This is the first time I actually had the game to play at my leisure. So of course I'm not gonna just jump in and whoop everybody's ass. I've adjusted my expectations accordingly, and I think it's the same thing. Like if I wanted to get into dating or to find a girlfriend, then I know more than likely I'm not gonna get accepted by the first girl I ask out. Honestly, and I've said this before, but I would make a game out of it. My goal wouldn't be, I'm gonna get a girlfriend by then or there. My goal would be to collect rejections. Like, I'm going to keep asking out girls until I get my first 100 rejections. If I said, fuck all this MGTOW shit, fuck all this virgin shit, I want a girl, then that's what I would do. I would say, okay, I'm gonna get rejected 100 times. That would be my first goal, to get rejected 100 times, because I understand what it takes to get good, and that's being able to stomach failure. That's being able to take blows. It's just like that legendary speech that Rocky gave in that Rocky movie, where he was like, it ain't about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and then get hit. I got a terrible Rocky impersonation. But yeah, it ain't about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep going, man. And yeah, but not to say that I don't care about rejection at all, though. I think that, just like he said, the awkwardness that follows, I think that's what would get to me, is to ask out like a girl that I know, and then I gotta see her again, and she might be with her boyfriend, and I'm like, oh God, I tried to fuck this girl. I asked her for sex. Whoo! One of the good things about not trying. Oh man. Excuse me. 30, male, old wizard. We got a wizard here. I don't know anymore. Used to be fat throughout high school and uni. Now I'm fit, but I lack any social skills. Also, I really can't be bothered to try, to be honest. Woot. I find most human interaction be very fake and superficial in a way. I guess it's safe to say I've given up. Actually more. I am afraid of any intimacy at this point because I would never be adequate enough to start dating at this age, let alone anything else. I'm gonna just stop drinking this shit. It got me so gassy. I'm sorry. I am beyond redemption on a lot of levels. Even if you fix one or two, there's plenty of other things wrong with me. Thankfully, I am almost at the point of not giving any fucks at all, which is good. Maybe one day soon I would know true peace, or maybe I would just kill myself. Let's break this down. I find most human interaction to be very fake and superficial. I can definitely relate to that because I feel like once I started to learn about just the way that human mating works, as far as what we're attracted to, once you realize how superficial shit is, yo, and that's on both sides of the equation. It's not just women who are superficial, it's men too. I'm superficial, women are superficial. It's like I can see a girl, right? And let's say she's just a cute girl, and it's like, okay, well, just based off that, I want to put my tongue in her butthole just based off the fact that I like the way that she looks. I don't know anything about her personality, her financial situation, her goals, none of that. But just based off of how she looks, I feel this strong attraction to her. But then there could be a girl next to her who's like fat and ugly, and or just old, and I don't feel any attraction. I'm not compelled at all to want to put my tongue in her shit pipe. And it's amazing to me just that just that difference, man. That difference in how you can feel about someone just based off of their looks. Just the way that their bone structure and their skin is arranged can affect how can affect how much you are attracted to a person. And again, it really it's so superficial, man. And with girls, there's that extra layer of superficiality because, you know, we got some girls who are just gold diggers and whatnot. So, but at least then there is some practical use for that trait, you know, because again, you having sex, you're probably gonna have a kid and you want resources and all that. But still, it's like just the way love can be broken down to resources and skin and just height, penis size, just these little, just superficial shit, you know. It just I can't put those type of relationships on a pedestal, you know, because it's based on superficial shit. It's powerful, but again, just the fact that I want to be with somebody because based off of primarily how they look, even I can't ignore the superficiality of that. And he says, I am afraid of any intimacy at this point. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of intimacy, but I think that I fear more just becoming addicted to another person, no longer being content with being alone. I think that's really what I fear the most, and can definitely relate to the feelings of inadequacy, but I think we all know why that is. But even a guy as bad as that, I don't think is beyond redemption though. But at least he's kind of leveling up his lack of fucks. Cause that helps a lot, just not giving a fuck. And it seems to be different though for every individual. It's like some guys care less as they get older, some guys care more. I'm definitely the former. Oh, we got a femoid. I hate that word. Okay. She says 20, female. It's crazy that they got to clarify now. Like, I'm a female, not a female male. Ugly, awkward, waiting till marriage. Now, notice how she got like 6 fucking replies. Oh, man. Robots, you never fail to surprise me. Oh, man. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that we do have apparently female virgins on our board, but that's not too surprising. It'll happen, but they definitely pale in comparison to the number of male virgins. But you do see a couple of them every now and then. Okay, this guy says, 21 male, just don't care about recreational sex. I've had many offers from sluts, but always turned them down. All I want is to get old enough where females will see me as more than just a dick and actually see I can provide and guard a family. I want to have as many kids as possible, and I don't care about simulated procreation. I want real procreation. He wants that baby making sex. But I just have to wait a bit more, at least 25, maybe even 30, until they start to take me as a serious choice. Now, I can kind of relate to what he's talking about, not caring about recreational sex. Now, I don't have much of an interest in starting a family, getting married, having kids, like, or anything like that. But I think really just, I'm not really interested in hooking up anymore. I think that's the thing. I think with me, I want the full girlfriend experience. I want the whole thing. I want the sex. I want the dating. I want the companionship, the intimacy, the cuddling, just that whole, just everything that comes with having a female companion other than the kids. Oh man, it sounds kind of crazy, but really the only thing I don't, the only thing I want as far as like sex, and this would satisfy me, would just be to experience what it's like to have a female companion, maybe for a year or a couple years, or maybe a couple female companions over the course of years. Like, oh, I was dating her for a year and her for 6 months and her for 3 years, but definitely within a committed relationship. I want that full spectrum of feelings, not just the sex, because sex in of itself just, at this point, just doesn't interest me that much. I want the whole thing, just not to the point of, like he said, the point of providing for a family and all that shit. But again, some guys want that. For some guys, that's their highest aspiration, and that's cool. I can understand that. It just ain't for me. But yeah, it kind of goes to show that we really have all types on R9K. You know, you have the pure hedonist types who just want to fuck as many women as possible. You got the guys who just want a girlfriend and a cuddle in a little vagina bubble, and then you got the guys who want the whole nine. You got the guys who, you know, fuck it, man, I want a family, I want kids, I want all that shit. But he's still pretty young, so he's got his whole fucking life ahead of him. Like, I wouldn't. He's not in any trouble thus far at 21. You know, maybe if it was like 30, I'd be a little worried, but he's pretty all right. Okay, 20, male. Being homeschooled is probably the biggest reason, but honestly, I've never had any desire to expend effort to obtain sex. It just doesn't seem worth it. I think it's because I've always had the mindset that sex is something for other people. I've seen how much men have to sacrifice to get partners, and I'm not interested in doing all of that just for sex. I'm just going to wait until I find someone who I like enough to naturally want to do things for. Sounds exactly like me. He sounds like a younger version of me. I mean, what is there to say? I mean, other than the whole homeschooled part, but I think that still I can relate to even that a little bit, because really the problem with being homeschooled is that you don't have those opportunities to interact with other kids your age, but not having a social circle to even meet women in, that's a problem that can affect men of all ages, and it's definitely unfortunate as a child, you know, or as a kid in your homeschool, because most people at least get the opportunity to meet people at school, but homeschool people, they don't even get that shit. I at least had that and managed to fuck that all up. But going into your 20s and whatnot, I mean, again, it is your friends from high school, all that shit people tend to go their own way. You might maybe you can meet somebody at work, but then your options are very, very, very fucking limited there. It's not nearly like college or school or something. College is probably the best opportunity to ever meet someone. But yeah, as far as the other shit, man, I totally agree. It's the effort. It's not that I don't want it. It's not that I wouldn't like to experience it, but it's not something that I would put effort into getting. It's not that serious to me. It's not that appealing to me. And maybe that's just a side effect of never having had it. And that's one of the things that I fear. That once I do, or if I ever do have sex, that would I be able to enjoy being single again? Like, would I be like these other guys that are just chasing after pussy? These guys going to lengths that I just can't understand to get laid and staying in toxic relationships just because they're addicted to somebody else's body and presence. I can't understand this, but like, to me, it looks so much like a fucking drug addict, man. The way these guys and even girls act sometimes over their significant others, where it's like they can be so toxic and negative, but they just can't let them go. Whoa. Okay, motorcycle guy is gone, and it's several hours later. But yeah, let's get back into it. Okay, now this guy says 28 male small dick. Yeah, I can relate to that. Man, it's gotta feel good to have a big dick. It's gotta feel real good to be hung like a horse. Just having that confidence that goes along with that, knowing that you could fuck any bitch in half, that you could just stuff a girl all the way, stuff that bitch like a turkey. Just oh man, I've made peace with my small dick, but man, I still can't deny that having a big dick would have its benefits, its perks. And I think it really does affect your confidence a lot. At least if you're of the belief, like I am, that size is very important to a woman's satisfaction. And just, I don't know. I just feel like if I had a big dick, I'll be more eager to use it. Maybe that's the difference. At least somewhat, I'd say. If I had a big dick, I think I wouldn't want it to go to waste. I think that if I approached a girl and she rejected me, I'd be like, well, her loss. Even with no job, even no car, all my flaws, if I had a big dick, then it's like, I know that I can provide highly stimulating sex to a lot of women who are into just big ass dicks and whatnot. So I do see where he's coming from. If you got a small dick, it's definitely going to affect your confidence. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It is, having a small dick, fucking, it sucks. It really does. But again, I've made peace with it for the most part. Yeah. Okay, this guy says, I'm a virgin because penetrative sex doesn't really count unless it's with Emma Watson. I found that very chuckle worthy when I first read it. And just a little joke post there. Okay, and this guy says, 20 male, I dropped out of high school really early, so I never had any of those chances, and now I'm all alone. I haven't flirted with a woman ever because I don't know how, and also part of me is fine with waiting till 24 or 5 and snatching up some aspy Catholic girl, but I don't know anymore. I just want a girlfriend to fucking hug at this point. Yeah, cause I dropped out of high school too, and I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was part of it. Maybe I dropped out too soon because school is one of the best places to get laid, because school is an environment where I feel like standards aren't very high, or not as high as they're gonna be. It's like in school is even whether you're talking high school or college, school is that period where you're not really expected to have all your shit together. It's not uncommon for a student to not have a job, to not have a car. You're living on campus, you're smoking weed, you're partying, but that's just that's pretty much how most people are living. And even Jordan Peterson, I believe he calls college sort of like it's what he call it, paradise or fantasy land or some shit. Basically saying it's an environment where people just go to extend their adolescence. It's, I'm gonna go there. I can just focus on half-assing my studies to get a passing grade, if that. Partying, eating junk food, more partying, smoking weed, fucking bitches, and whatnot. And I think that's why it's such an ideal environment to have those first sexual experience and to have your first relationships and whatnot, because everybody just so carefree, and you're all in this enclosed environment. There's just tons of women and there's tons of men, so there's just no shortage of opportunities. Like if you can't get laid in college, then damn, man. But high school is a bit different. I think high school isn't quite like college, but I never went to college, so I can't really say like from first-hand experience. But my best friend, he went to college, and I can tell you, man, in high school, he wasn't very popular with the ladies, to say the least, but he definitely bloomed in college. That's when he lost his virginity. That's when he was fucking bitches left and right. That's when he got his first serious girlfriend. But in high school, he was just he was pretty all right, because he was on the he played sports, so he did okay. But I think the problem with high school is that a lot of the girls they remember you how you were in elementary school, middle school, early high school, etc. Because a lot of the people that were in my high school were people that I kind of came up with throughout elementary and middle school, and it's kind of hard to break out of that mode that you create for yourself, because everybody remembers all the cringy dumb shit you did in elementary school. Everybody remembers all the dumb shit that you did in middle school. Everybody remembers all the dumb shit you did in early high school. So it's hard to break out of the image that people have of you in high school. And I think when you go to a new environment like college, it's basically an opportunity to reinvent yourself. And right before I dropped out, and I'll never forget this shit, man, because I was held back like twice in the 9th grade. Like I was stupid as fuck. Really, I wasn't stupid. I didn't do any work whatsoever. And I can remember right before I dropped out, there was like this younger girl, because I was held back, and there was this girl, and I remember one of the guys in class was like, "Why do you keep staring at him? Why do you keep looking at him?" And I didn't realize it at the time, but that girl, I guess she was kind of checking me out. But why was she doing that? Because she didn't know who I was. She was a freshman, and I'd already been there for like 2 years. I was still in the 9th grade and shit. And just I can only assume that if she was checking me out that hard to the point where somebody pointed it out, maybe she just saw something that she liked. But why was that? And I think it was because she didn't know. She had no idea the fucking cringe lord that I was, had no idea what she was looking at, man. She let the cute face fool her. But I think yeah, man, it missing that school experience could really fuck you up, because you have whorehouses, then you have school. Like like there are no better places. It's like number 1 a brothel, number 2 school. There is no better place to get laid than school, because people don't expect you to have your shit together, and just you're in close proximity to so many different women, and you're bound to be forced to interact with one of them eventually. So I feel like that might have fucked me up, dropping out of high school and never going to college. That might have fucked me up for real, because that would have been you just never know. You never know, because I'm definitely, but then again, I don't know. I wouldn't put too much stake in that, because I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer. Like my friend, he bloomed like probably his 2nd semester in college, but I didn't really hit my stride, if you can even call it that, to like my mid-20s. So okay, now this guy says, these replies are honestly just pathetic and fishing for excuses. Sympathy. If you want a girl, you just fucking talk to them. It's literally that simple. Feel free to whine and base it on your height or undiagnosed autism or whatever, like a self-defeatist loser. But just start actually fucking talking to chicks. Improve your confidence, practice good hygiene, and you'll have plenty of girls interested in you. Excuse me, immediately. I don't know. I don't agree, then I kind of agree, because I think to just act like these traits don't matter is that's just stupid. Just act like just act like your height, your face, your acne, your dick, whatever flaw you have doesn't matter. I think that that's just bullshit. And of course, people always say, "Well, I know this fat bald guy with a small dick who's fucking Victoria's Secret models," but we all know that the gaping hole in that argument. I'm not even gonna go there. But I will say this though, just as far as like just talking to chicks, that's a very good strategy. But I think my problem with that bit of advice is that I don't know people who do that. I don't know people who just go up and just talk to random chicks. Like this whole man, just go talk to. I think people need to understand that a lot of these guys, they don't have social circles. They don't have friends and girls in their social circle. Some of these guys are not in school. Some of these guys don't even work. Some of these guys, even if they do got a job, there are no like young women their age there. They're probably working with a bunch of guys or maybe some like teenage girls or whatever. And I think that's I feel like that's really one of the major things keeping a lot of guys from getting laid, is that they don't have any females in their social circle. And again, this idea of talking, really just asking random strange women for sex, because that's really what you're doing. When you're cold approaching a woman, you might approach like a gentleman and talk about dating or whatever, but the only reason you talk to her because you want to put your tongue in her asshole, you want to put your dick down her throat, you want to nut on her forehead, you want to do all the freaking shit that you saw in porn. That's why you talk to her. Let's get real. So this whole idea of just asking to complete strangers for sex in a roundabout way is kind of absurd. And again, I'm not saying guys don't do it. Plenty of guys do it, but I don't know. I don't personally know any guys who got laid that way. Most of my friends, most people I know, they got laid because they met girls just within their social circle. It wasn't like they saw somebody and just cold approach and spit game. It was more like this girl was in close proximity to them, whether it was a classroom, they worked together. Like, just for example, one of my friends, he worked a little like restaurant job or whatever, and he met one girl just because she happened to work there with him. Naturally they end up introducing themselves to each other, because again, you work together, so you're gonna have to cross paths eventually. He might have sold her some weed or something, and then one thing led to another, and he's got his fucking dick down her throat. And that's the type of shit that I see happen. It's not like, oh, he saw her randomly at the mall and approached her. Like, no, she worked at his job and they just started chit-chatting, and then attraction developed, and then numbers were exchanged, and that's typically how shit goes. But again, I'm not saying guys don't do it. I'm not saying it's not a viable strategy, but I hate how people kind of present it as like the norm. And honestly, I don't think most guys get laid that way, just talking to complete strangers. I think even if they do code approach, it's somebody that they know, they already have some type of even casual relationship to. But I don't know, this whole approaching complete strangers asking for sex, I think that's just kind of crazy. And I think it's sort of the go-to method that people just try to just toss on the guys who have troubles with dating, whatever. But again, I think the biggest issue is that, guys like us, we just don't have big social circles. We don't have a lot of friends to just have things develop naturally. And just thinking back, I talked about that cashier girl who had approached me like years ago. I talked about that on a previous episode, but I can remember the first time we even interacted, right? Her boyfriend actually worked at the store with her, and we kind of like me and her boyfriend, we knew each other because he was a kind of a weed confidant, and we kind of said, hey, what up, and she kind of looked at him, then looked at me, and was like, "Oh, you know him?" And I feel like that moment right there was really what sparked it. I feel like when she saw me interact with him, she felt like, "Oh, well, he's cool. Then like he has friends." I felt like that was sort of a moment of social proof, and was probably the main reason why she felt comfortable even trying to flirt with me. The fucking thought, but I think really just. I don't think it was really as much as who I was, but just the fact that she might have thought I was cute, but then also that she saw that but I think really just I don't think it was really as much as who I was, but just the fact that she might have thought I was cute, but then also that she saw that I had friends. She saw that I had people that I knew, somebody that I could say what's up, and so instantly we were connected because I knew her boyfriend. Now I guess she felt like I was in her circle, and then she felt comfortable enough to talk to me because I was cool with him and whatnot. And but again, that was a very rare stars aligned moment in my life. And even then it was not ideal. She was a thought, and I'm not a homewrecker, so but I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt, improve your confidence, practice good hygiene. Man, I'm sure you guys heard about AMS, Alpha Male Strategies. He has a pretty good dating channel. Very wise bald man. But I'll never forget one thing he talked about. He talked about like confidence and shit, and I feel like what he said was so true. He talked about how kind of like how this whole just get your confidence thing is just kind of nonsense. He talked about how as he was growing up, he was always tall and kind of handsome. So women always sort of responded positively to him throughout his life, and that naturally made him develop a confidence towards women because he was already receiving positive attention from women throughout his life. So when it came to the point of him actually trying to get pussy, it was pretty easy because he had those positive experiences to reinforce his belief that I can do this. And he was basically talking about how it's kind of crazy to expect people to pull confidence out of their ass when they don't have the positive experiences to back it up. There is no just be confident. like I've never driven a car, so there is no just be confident when I get behind the wheel of a car. I'm gonna fuck up, I'm gonna not understand it, and I'm gonna have to fail. Well, hopefully not like car crash fail, but just ease my way into it. But I can't just hop into a car and be confident because I've never driven a fucking car. The same way these guys just can't be confident with anything pertaining to females because they don't have any positive experiences to think back to that would make them even think that they're gonna have a positive reaction. And so again, this idea of just pulling confidence out of your ass, I mean, you can fake it, but again, on the inside, you're gonna know that you're faking it. You're gonna know that you're scared. You're gonna be uncertain because you are uncertain. And that's why I don't really like that bit of advice because again, I'm not saying don't try, but expecting to be confident in something you've never done is fucking stupid. I think it's better to have an attitude of, man, this is gonna suck at first, but it's gonna get better if I keep trying. So I think it's better to tell guys to be persistent. I think I'd rather hear that than just that fucking C word. I think persistence is the word, or the persistence is what I want to hear. I think that's the best thing for guys. Persistence. That's really what you need, because through persistence, eventually, I think with most things, you're gonna have a positive feedback eventually. And if not, then maybe it's really not for your ass. But hygiene and whatnot, that's pretty basic level shit. So okay. Oh man, I love this one. He got a lot of replies too because it kind of hit home. 54 male. This guy's a true wizard. In my 20s and 30s, the loneliness got less and less, and I was just egotistical, I'm above wasting time on women mentality, until there was an attractive female being friendly with me. Then I was instantly crushed and pathetic. After 40, the magic kicked in and I truly stopped caring instead of just claiming that I had. However, this worked to my detriment. Thanks to the single mother epidemic, there are endless, very young yet legal ladies desperate for older men to fill the gap of a father figure in their lives, specifically via deep dicking, but I held no interest. The universe bent its wheel and went completely out of its way to try to get me to lose that V card, but my immunity to romance and sex has become too strong. Become me if you dare, A9. Oh man, I can definitely relate to this guy. But I don't feel like, because he says in my 20s and 30s the loneliness got less and less, and now I was just egotistical, I'm above wasting time on women mentality, until there was an attractive female being friendly to me, then I was crushed and pathetic. Like, I don't feel like it's sort of a fake, you know, a fakeness to it, at least as far as like how I feel. Like, oh, I'm above wasting time. Like, I genuinely like don't give a fuck. But at the same time, I wouldn't say I couldn't end up in a similar situation of like becoming attracted to a female and then you know, just getting lost in my own feelings. Because I'm not one to underestimate the power of pussy. I can feel it. I've barely touched a girl, but I can feel the power that they have. I can feel it's like being around a fucking Super Saiyan or something. Like, you can't help but feel that fucking power, and you know if you fight you're gonna die. That's how I feel around attractive women sometimes. I know it's a very dangerous, powerful energy that they wield. But I feel like the only way it would sort of fuck me up is if I managed to experience a good deal of it, enough to become addicted. But I genuinely like just don't give a fuck as far as like being single and being a virgin and whatnot. Like, that shit is genuine, but I feel like I could give a fuck if I experienced it. That's the difference. It's kind of like, and I always make this comparison, but it's like, I don't give a fuck about doing cocaine, but if I do cocaine, I'm gonna give a fuck about doing cocaine. Like, that's kind of what it is. It's like, as long as you never do it, you don't give a fuck. And I think what happened with him was that he got too close to a female, got his hopes up, and then ended up crushed and pathetic. But again, even myself, I feel like I'm very susceptible to that as well. That's why I try my best. I mean, I've turned it into a fucking game. Like, I try my best not to get my hopes up ever. I go to the point of like, I imagine myself just being a fucking old man. Now I'm at the point now where I just pretend like I'm 50 and I'm just totally invisible to women. Like, I'm 50 and balding and wrinkled. Cause you know, older guys like that, they're pretty much invisible to young attractive women. And I think by imagining myself as being that, I kind of free my mind from those delusions of being attractive. It's all just sort of a scheme to just, again, not get my hopes up, not to get crushed and be pathetic like him. But I think as I build my I don't know. I guess as I go through this journey of self-improvement, enlightenment, understanding, growth, I feel like I can strengthen my defenses against something like that. But certainly right now, I think I'm vulnerable. It's just that I genuinely don't give a fuck because I've never had it. You know, I can only, feel the power from afar. But he said, thanks to the single mother epidemic, there are endless, very young yet legal ladies desperate for older men to fill that gap for father figure in their lives. I don't know. I think it's important to note I don't get out much anyway, but there was one instance where I felt like there was a younger girl who was kind of into me, but I don't fuck that. He said the universe bent his wheel and went completely out of his way to try to get me to lose that V card. Yeah, by that point it was too much. But I think sometimes you need to be crushed. I think sometimes you need to go through that period, because honestly, I never felt like I didn't give a fuck more than after the period where I did kind of give a fuck. I remember in like my early and mid 20s, that's when I was kind of getting concerned a little bit about being a virgin. Like, I was still okay with it, but I think what happened was I realized that I was reaching my physical prime, and I realized that, oh man, like it's all downhill from here. And so I started seeing like these couples, and I did feel a little jealous. I felt honestly, I was jealous. But again, thinking back to that period, it was mostly because I wasn't focused. I wasn't focused on the things that made me happy. I had kind of fell off the wagon, as I tend to do anyway. But this was kind of different in that I was trying to fill that void with, well, maybe now I should try to have sex or something like that. And when that didn't happen, I did feel kind of bad and pathetic but when I climbed out of that pit, I felt stronger than ever. I felt like my resolve multiplied by several times, man. It was like, honestly, it was a moment of enlightenment. I'll probably talk about that shit in a later episode. But so I guess I can kind of relate to what he went through. It's just that I guess with me, it wasn't like I met a girl or nothing like that. It was just more just being on the outside looking in, and just seeing it and wanting it and not being able to get it, and just saying, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna make myself happy no matter what, and then actually accomplishing that and be like, oh wait, yeah, I was right all along. I can be happy. But that's a story for another day. That was a good post. And that's it. All right, so that's it for the thread of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And next, we're going to have a bit of OC, and then I'm going to read off some comments and get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh.
Shouts out to OC, that niggas just do's it.
Oh yeah, let's keep it short and sweet today, baby. Let's keep it short and sweet. Okay. Now let's get a few comments in. First name, last name says on the Galactic Trap beat, keep them coming. I blast your stuff while driving. See, I love hearing shit like that. Like, when people can actually use my music for the moments in their life. I swear, like View from the Cockpit, that's become one of my favorite workout beats. Like that shit right there just puts me in like just the fucking space zone, man. Like I'm in a Gundam or something. Either that or when I'm playing like Dragon Ball Fighters, I like to put on that beat because it has that sort of space planet buster feel. So yeah, I like making music that can be used for purposes like that. I think really, man, I want to make music that people can listen to like while they run and work out and shit. I want like some real energetic trap super saiyan shit, man. That's the ultimate goal right there. But thank you, man. Okay, on the OCM Botcast 7, Not A Does Stuff says, yo, holy fuck, man, I've been here for a while and this podcast is comfy as hell. Dude, never stop making this stuff. Also, I love your How to Be a Neat series, and if you ever make a second season, I definitely look forward to that. Loving this podcast, man. I appreciate that. You know, I have been thinking about doing like a sort of another How to Be a Neat season. Because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be a neat. You know, the walls are closing in. So I was like, man, it would be nice to kind of just go back to that. Because that's really why I wanted to transition to this whole podcast thing. Because I knew I can't be a neat forever. So it's like, I got to create something that can have more longevity. And that's why I kind of transitioned to this. But since I'm still a fucking neat, I was like, man, why not? I could go back and do a second season. But I don't know. I'll think about it. I guess it's got to be enough topics for me to cover and shit like that. But I'll keep it in mind. Okay, on the Galactic Trap beat, Stotchinit says, discover this channel typing that film No Girlfriend on YouTube. I don't regret it. Then Farouk B said, everyone did the same. Laugh out loud. Cop said, I discovered him by typing Chad Thundercop back in fall of 2018. Been chilling out to his tunes ever since. Anomalous Possession says, I found him because he shielded shit on 4chan. I'm glad I did. Yes, I did. Every now and then I'll shield myself on R9K, but I don't mind. I feel like, man, I know a lot of people are against shielding, but the fact of the matter is, man, like R9K is a place for original content, and it really doesn't get more original. I mean, of course, even though we've strayed so far from the path of righteousness on R9K, but it doesn't get any more original than creating your own beat, your own song about robot fields and shit like that. So I kind of feel like I have a right to post it. Like, I don't feel bad about shilling my songs on R9K because it's relevant to that, but like the stuff that I post on R9K is relevant to the people there, and I think that's why I found a good amount of success. Is that it's not like I'm just shilling some fucking bitches riding in a car smoking dope rap. Like, I'm contributing something that is relevant to how people feel, and that's why I don't mind posting my stuff on R9K. But I didn't know so many people found my channel just by typing like those memes type shit in. I like memes and YouTube. I need to make more meme songs apparently. Thanks for those comments, guys. And Jack Jones says, need a Marco featuring Egg White. We definitely do. I swear, me and him made like a joint mixtape, man. We gotta make that shit happen. But I gotta get back into the groove. I haven't been making a lot of music. I've been trying to get my video games channel up and running. I finally figured out how to get my videos at 720p, so I can kind of rest easy on that and kind of gradually ease into uploading videos, because that was kind of slowing me down, trying to figure out how to get the videos right. I finally figured it out today. Still got a lot of work to do, but it's now I feel like I made progress. So I can kind of start looking back at my music and shit like that. But I feel like once I get back on the ball, I'm gonna definitely hit him up. I feel like before me or him kill ourselves, we gotta make it's gotta happen. Like, that would be crazy. Lambo Ferrari says on the comment 2B, hey Chad, what's your email by chance? My email is usually in the description, guys, if you want to email me. So yeah. Okay, Punished Super Dragon says, being INFP as a man is the worst loadout. Sucks if you let it command you. Gotta toughen up to get through this life. Yeah, man, I was just looking at this thread and they were just roasting INFPs, man. Like they were just letting us have it. But again, a lot of shit, I can't even lie, man. A lot of that shit was just true. I can't even front. I think we have a lot of positives, but I think that we have flaws that definitely have to be attended to. And I think that's really what I've been working on these years, man. Like just not being as passive, being more assertive, being more productive. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, but I feel like once I fill those gaps in my character, God, man, like my potential is so crazy. Like I honestly feel like I got a lot of potential. It's just that I got these gaps, these gaps that I gotta fill in and work on, like just the fucking laziness and the self-doubt and overthinking shit, just shit like that. And if I can, cause if I can get past that, then I can really make the most of my talents. But what I realized though that is that I know a lot of guys don't like being bitch made soft or whatever. I think that's typically what the INFP tends to be. We tend to be more sensitive or whatever. But what I also realized is that on the other side of that spectrum, you have guys who are too aggressive and they have to tone that down. And you got to realize, like, it's guys out there. It's like, yeah, you got these tough guys and they're brash and whatnot. But then on like the shit they go through is like they get in a lot of trouble. They end up in jail. They make a lot of impulsive decisions. They end up fucking them up later on. So again, it's like would you rather be passive and have to kind of work towards being assertive, or being too aggressive and having to work your way down to being assertive? And I guess it's kind of like what people say, man, like the grass is always greener or whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like it could have been worse. It could have been worse. At the very least, my negative traits kept me out of trouble. My negative traits kind of kept me away from a lot of bullshit. I can't say that it was ideal, but again, I look at the other possibilities, of being too damn hot-headed, being too wild, being too impulsive. Like, that's the other end of that spectrum. And it's like, you know what? And with the progress I've made, it's like, you know what? Whatever. I've made peace with my bitch made past. But definitely though, like if you are really whatever your little fake personality test traits are, you gotta identify what your strengths are and you gotta identify what your weaknesses are, and you have to sort of try to excel even more with your strengths, really take advantage of them, and with your weaknesses you have to work on them as much as you possibly can, try to balance yourself out. And I think that's really what I've been working on. And I feel like I've definitely made progress, but I still got a long way to go. But thanks for that comment. Rising Wick said on the Clown World song, that feel when you're self-conscious of your problems, too lazy and undisciplined to change, too aware and red-pilled to ignore reality. Oh yeah, I feel like that sometimes now, where it's like I'll kind of get back into that rut of not being productive, not eating right, not working out, not reading, etc. And it's like, man, like, you know what? I'm gonna just jack off, or I'm gonna go eat this junk food. But it's like now, it's like back in the day, I used to be able to just tune out, but I can't even tune it out anymore. It's like I can't even like turn to my old vices, because it's like I know all too well now what this cycle is. I know. I just it's like I can't even ignore it anymore. It's like In fact, man, it just happened like a couple minutes ago because I had recorded like half of this podcast, right? And I stopped and I forgot my laptop turned off, and I turned it back on and I realized like, oh shit, I didn't save it. And that was like 2 hours of fucking talking lost. And in that moment, I felt like, damn, man, it's so hard for me to just get up and do this shit anyway. And I gotta do it again. And I just sat there, man. And I could feel within myself, like a part of me, like, man, I should just eat some junk food and jack off and go to sleep and call it a night. But then there was that other side of me, that aware side of me that was like, that's not gonna help at all, man. Like you gotta face this shit. You gotta do that shit over again. You gotta do that whole 2 hours over again. Luckily, I recorded it in FL Studio, and FL Studio has an autosave feature. So all I had to do was go to the backup folder, and it saved everything. Even though my laptop had cut off before I could save it officially, so it was no harm done. But in that moment where I thought I lost like 2 hours of talking, man, I went back to that zone of like, man, fuck this shit. I tried to be productive today and it ain't work out. I was having a great day and it's just fucking shits all over it. You know what? I'm about to go fucking eat some fucking Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts and jack off. But again, it was that, like, now it's like I'm so aware of that cycle now where it's just like I can't even, it don't work no more. It just don't work. I know I'm just delaying the inevitable. It's like, bro, that voice just told me like, bro, just get up and do it again. Luckily, I didn't have to, but you know, again, it's one of those things. Like it may seem bad, but I feel like that self-awareness and just that honesty, having that level of honesty with yourself where you just not ignoring reality and what's going on, it seems bad, but it's really for the best. It's really for the best, you know, when you face those painful realities. You much rather be that type of person than someone who's not aware or tries to ignore it. But I can't even try to ignore it anymore. It's all in my face. Thanks for that comment. First name, last name says, any chance you do a live show in Philly? Man, I'm not even thinking about a live show. Like, I mean, that would be cool, but I don't know how to set some shit like that up. I feel like I'd probably kill it though, because I'm so fucking awesome. But I don't know, man. Maybe by the end of the year I'll be at that point, because I got kind of a plan in my head of leveling up gradually throughout the year, and I think if everything goes the way I want it to, then that's something like doing a show by the end of the year is really a goal of mine. Finding some way to set that up, whether it's like 5 people in a basement. You know, I want to set something like that up. Thanks for the comment. Dab Dog says, what's the connection to Soul Eater? That's on my Blood is Black beat. I believe the sample that I use is from Soul Eater. I think that's why I called it My Blood is Black. That's a dope ass beat too. But I believe that's the sample that I use is from Soul Eater. So listen to the beat and try to see if you can recognize where that song comes from. But I believe it came from Soul Eater, and that's why I called it that. Okay, and this Anomalous Possession says, this is a pretty comfy podcast. I'm really glad I found it. Please never stop making this content. And here you go. I did it for you. Thanks for the comment, man. And with that, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? It was an awesome fucking episode. I'm an awesome person. You're awesome people. We're gonna keep moving up. We're gonna keep leveling up. We're gonna keep we're gonna keep fighting our demons. I just want to say something. I think somebody had said that I should do anime. No, he said I could do anime voiceover work, and so I was practicing in my room. Give me a second so I can kind of give you guys what I practiced. It was kind of funny. Hold up. Let me think real quick. I said something like really corny. Oh damn. Oh fuck! I forgot it. I said it in such a hold up. Hold up. Just give me 1 minute, please. I got to remember. It was so funny when I said it. All right, here. It was something like this. Hold up. I gotta stop smiling. Hold up. Whew. Oh my god. I gotta get super serious real quick. Okay. Yeah. 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 No more playing around. It's time to get serious. All right, you guys give me a critique on my anime voiceover work, and I'll be back with another episode in a couple days or whatever, weeks, who knows. See you guys.